Konbanlux. Watashi wa Akira Lux desu. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Oh god, I didn't think I'd reach here anytime soon. It feels like just yesterday we were doing the singularities. Now I'm like fairly caught up, right? Well, I don't know how long Ordeal Call 1 and 2 at this point is going to take, but God, it feels a little unreal. I'm not gonna lie. And I did say, once I'm caught up with main story Fate Go, I'll start the visual novels. Oh no. Time for the call video. You could call it, say, Ordeal Call. It does call for me. I have no clue what to expect from here. The only hint I know we have is that something's a little iffy about Chaldeus. And that's all we know, is that something is a little iffy about Chaldeus. Oh no. I do have one question for my Fate experts in the chat. Is the Nero Draco stuff canonically before or after Ordeal Call 1, at least? It's definitely before the second one, as per release. But, like, does the Nero Draco stuff take place before or after Ordeal Call 1? Because I can imagine stuff getting a little funky once we actually summon a beast. New servants, new units. That's true. We literally just have Ordeal Call 2. I'm aware we just got that. I'm more scared about tackling the visual novels, I'm not gonna lie. But we get there when we get there. Chronically, it's after OC1. Okay, so we have not reached where we summon Nero Draco yet. Canonically. We can, however, bring in Nero Draco because I have a Nero Draco. In fact, I think she's on this team. This is my Arts Brigade team. Yeah, there she is. There's our lolly. There's our beast lolly. Well, one of them, I guess, because comma. No game audio? Wait, what? It's showing on my... It's showing on my OBS. What? You guys don't hear it? What? No, I hear it. What? Barely. I can hire it if you really want. Because it's just the background music. Or well, it's just like the... Yeah. You can hire it if you really want to. Okay. Anyway, let's just start the prologue. Hold on. I do have one other question. Am I gonna see a MV? Am I gonna be a PV? Am I gonna be bonked? Just like how Lost Belt had like the opening cinematic, or is this have an opening cinematic? Or am I gonna be okay? We're approaching the Antarctic Circle. Trismegistus predicts no danger today. That means we can relax and not worry about enemy interference, at least until we reach Chaldea Base. Yes? Yes, as in there is a PV, or no PV? Still, at least remain alert as we prepare for arrival. After prologue? Okay, so I need to quickly cut off after prologue. I probably have to switch screens very quickly. Can't believe we're finally getting back to Chaldea Base. First, there is something I would like to say. This is a separate matter from Chaldeus. which we now know to be the foreign planet. Oh, right, that was the thing about Chaldeus. My analysis of test subject E is complete. Would you like to hear my report, Commander Gordolf?
Oh, right. We still had that issue to deal with too. Frankly, I'm well past my limit for crazy revelations, but not hearing you out certainly won't help matters. Very well. You may give your report. Go on with it then.
Then I'll begin with the data I was able to analyze. I can now confirm that the mysterious laboratory our field agents Akira, Mash, and Kadok infiltrated was in fact a research facility that also existed in our world. As many know, there is a facility in Nevada's Area 51 dedicated to the clandestine study of UFOs and extraterrestrials. Oh boy. First going back because Aki wants to get his Arturia dolls he left behind when they're... No, I made sure to grab those first before anything else, don't worry. While our field agents were not able to verify the exact equipment used at the facility during their visit, Trismegistus 2 was able to use the data Mash's Ortnax recorded to confirm that the facility was a 99% match for Area 51. This means Test Subject E was being kept at that facility from proper human history.
Yeah, that tracks. That place might have been in the middle of a huge singularity. It was too out of place as a building. It makes sense that the singularity spawned from that operating room.
Yeah, I agree. It also ties into our theory on who the master behind that singularity was. That is, the one who summoned a whole mess of servants.
Is literally right after Oku.
Oh my god! Don't worry about it. The way I see it, that room was the only part of that singularity that belonged to proper human history. Or at least, it belonged to a celestial body that was as close to proper human history as it could be. It might even go as far as to theorize that the facility itself was located in Chaldeus' Nevada. You think that facility was inside Chaldeus? Then, is that why that corridor looked like it was in outer space? Because we were actually traveling between planets? That's my guess, yes. Displacement magecraft is absolutely a thing. For example, let's say we have two Gordies here, Gordie A and Gordie B. Assuming they have the exact same composition and volume of data, displacement magecraft would let us swap them out instantly, no matter how far apart they might be. And the reason for that is, of course, because they're completely indistinguishable to a third party. Oh boy. Only the Gordie being displaced would know that they've been swapped. Heck, in some circumstances, even they may be none the wiser. I mean, if they're in the exact same room and everything. Oh boy. Servants, masters, summoning trauma is most likely those who want to get into area. No, gotcha, addicts, etc. Oh my god. When something supernatural occurs without having a noticeable impact on the world, that's when you know Magecraft has done his job really well. Then again, this is Gordie we're talking about. Listen, he's doing his best, but yeah, he's not the most, aware person.
Indeed. This particular kind of magecraft is theoretically possible, but will be exponentially more difficult on a larger target. If memory serves, I believe I heard an old mage family unaffiliated with the clock tower was studying it. Also, please don't use me as an example from now on.
Wait, is that a reference to another Fate series? Do we actually know this old mage family, or is it just random? Is it just lore for the sake of lore?
The idea of waking up one day and having A or B appended to my name is the sort of thing that keeps me up at night.
Gordolf, I would say you're crazy, but with the amount of BS that we've encountered on this journey, I don't blame you. Displacement. Swapping out. Could that have been what bleached Earth in an instant? Wait, what?
You think Chaldeus' surface and the Earth's surface were swapped out?
What? What? Huh? Excuse me? You think the white is the white? Also, this track slaps. Chaldeus' surface and the earth. Wait, so proper human history surface as we know it is Chaldeus now? Chaldeus is obviously much smaller than Earth, but since it contains a copy of the Earth's soul, that does essentially make it identical. Then what were these lost belts all about? Since Chaldeus' volume of data and the soul composition are the same as Earth's, their surfaces could well be swapped regardless of the difference in size. Honestly, I was always more puzzled by how Earth was bleached than how it looked after the fact. I mean, it's not just possible to instantly destroy the entire civilization on the planet's surface without harming the planet itself. So you're saying, if they were just swapping the planet's surface out for one that was already bleached, that would be a different story. Like little flies swarming around Right. Which would mean that our world, the original Earth, is still safe and sound on Chaldeus. So if we can restore Chaldeus' and the Earth's relationship to the way it was, the near future will continue on the path it was meant to.
So everything can go back to the way it was, huh?
Then what was the whole thing with the cryptors, the foreign gods, and the lost belts?
Human history can pick right up where it left off in 2019, when Earth was wiped clean. But hang on. Chaldeus is supposed to be simulating Earth 100 years from now. And that would mean the lab we saw was from 2119. But then data... Everything about that lab, including the technology, seemed identical to what we would expect to see in 2019. So you're saying he is too old to be from 2119, right? I found that strange as well. I determined rather quickly that it was on Chaldeus, but it certainly didn't look like anything. It didn't look anything like cutting-edge technology from 2119. And yet the data we have on test subject E clearly showed that it died a few days ago. Since the place it's occupied was on Chaldea, that would mean it died in the year 2119. But the level of technology in that lab is the same as that of 2019. I was, for a time, concerned that I would not be able to explain this discrepancy. For a time? So what's the explanation? Precisely. Difficult as it may be to believe, because one wonders why something so ridiculous could happen. That is indeed what did happen. They just didn't upgrade? Given the gap of 100 years, the only sensible explanation is that the equipment could not be updated. Is this OC2? No, this is the OC prologue. Huh? Is that even possible?
Most likely. This is owed to excruciating circumstances of some kind. For example, they may have had budget or personnel shortfalls. In proper human history, Area 51 Seeker's facility was shut down around 2001. And their research budget was drastically reduced. So the most likely explanation is that the same facility on Chaldeus ran into the same kind of trouble. Well, that's definitely one possibility. Securing an adequate budget is one of the biggest and most important issues facing research efforts. But there's one big difference between this lab on Earth and the one on Chaldeus. Test subject E. The fact that an alien lifeform existed in the lab on Chaldeus means Chaldea's version of Earth must have achieved something proper human history hasn't. In which case, I expect there to be plenty of funds made available for this lab on the national budget. That means there must have been some sort of trouble. That need not detain us at the moment, so let's move on. Oh, we're just skimming past the fact of a whole alien life form. It's discovered by, like, normal humans. Aight. The corpse we found in the operating room had the same exact biological composition as us. Despite this, Trismegistus 2 did not recognize that corpse as a human from Earth. No. It is not that it didn't. It couldn't. Even with the same data values, there was something different about it. And because of that error in logic, Trismegistus 2 was unable to find was unable to come to a final conclusion on test subject E. Instead, it just got stuck in the phase wherein it labeled the object as human. And once I set that conclusion aside and focused exclusively on analyzing the situation, a great deal of information became clear very quickly. It's a good thing you decided to pull an all-nighter today. Hontoni! Yes, I'm just starting the prologue. Data point 1. Test subject E is a human from the version of Earth in Chaldeus. Data point 2. If the bleached Earth phenomenon is actually Chaldeus' surface, then Chaldeus' humans have all died out. Data point 3. The equipment used in the lab on Chaldeus' Earth were antiques, and all the technology developed between 2019 and 2119 is no longer functional. That can be assumed from remnants of buildings still extinct on the bleached Earth. Any machinery that could operate on such a world would have to be at least 100 years old. Simple combustion engines like those used in motorcycles would likely still function. So those are the facts I was able to ascertain from test subject E. If we take those into consideration when asking why test subject E became a master, why they summoned so many servants, and why they spawned such a huge singularity, everything points to revenge. The Chaldeus Earth was bleached. We may not know how it happened, but we can figure out why. Our alien machines, Mesoamerican gods are alien fungi, foreigners and outer gods, and now the Servantverse. Chaldea has already encountered alien things. Oh, and or two. I mean, it's not the fact that we of the mage world have discovered like aliens and stuff. I mean, like, assumedly normal humans found this out. Is your enemy? It's almost 3 a.m. Snake, go to sleep. The VOD will always be up. My God. Take care of yourself first. Chaldeus Earth was bleached so its surface could be swapped out with our Earth. Test subject E knew that. That's why they gave their servants those urges. They wanted to take revenge on proper human history for destroying their world. Test subject E was aware they were the last member of Chaldeus humankind. They made them the sole representative of all of Chaldeus' human life. In fact, that's the only explanation for how they were able to summon that many servants. Otherwise, there's just no way one person could possibly summon so many. It must have been the collective will of every human who died on Chaldeus that made summoning servants in such numbers possible. It also explains why they had so many command spells. They must have been all the collected command spells from every human on Chaldeus with master potential. And that would mean that corpse was a nameless regular person who found themselves responsible for the future of all humankind. Just like you, Akira. The last master of humanity. Chaldeus' humanity. Oh gods! Oh gods! There's fighting your evil self, and then there's that revelation. What? VOD will be up and tracking your fave. I don't think I'm anyone's fave VTuber, but thanks. We'll be able to watch you fumble on ball. Oi! But that would mean...
If you are seeing this file, then you must have also required information on test subject E. While it should be your job to analyze it and determine what it is, I've decided to be generous and make things a little easier for you. Test subject E is not a terrestrial being. He is the remnants of a being humanity secreted away, probed and experimented upon in that facility over 100 years. I believe its cries of agony as it lay there dying are what drew the foreign god, its compatriot, here. Wait! Hold on just a damn minute! I do feel bad for what happened on Chaldeus' Earth, but there was nothing we could have done about it. We have nothing to feel actual guilt for there. More importantly, though, I'd like to get the timeline straight. According to the report I read, when Akira first came to Chaldea in 2017, Chaldeus was already at the point where the future of humankind could not be observed. So is that when Chaldeus was first bleached?
No, it wasn't. The latest civilization had died out here and there because of Singularity F. But other than that, Chaldeus' surface was the same as Earth's. It was Sheba that said he couldn't preserve human history, or observe it beyond 2018. We can all vouch for that. And honestly, given what happened with the incineration of humanity and the Bleach Earth phenomenon, it makes sense that Sheba would come to that conclusion. I have another question. Did we find out what was the whole deal with Singularity F? Was it purely just because that's how we got a certain king involved? Is that all the reason for Singularity F, or is it about to become important again? And also, there's a whole thing with the priestess that we still know nothing about. Okay, because it's selling a new house. Oh, you have a new house. Oh, Nicholas. Well, no, take your time. Settle in. Oh my god, good luck. I'm happy for you. Oh my god. Reveal later? Singularity F or the priestess thing? So Chaldeus' Earth must have been bleached sometime after the incineration of humanity was resolved. Though that would also mean Chaldeus was deceiving us in 2019, back when we were undergoing special processing.
So Chaldeus was operating normally until the ray shift experiment in 2017. Or I suppose he had yet to reveal its true villainous nature. Which would mean it didn't foresee Solomon's incineration of humanity.
Both? Don't worry about it. Ah, yes, of course.
In fact, if it hadn't been for that— Oi!
This is how you bonk. Oi!
In fact, if it had been for that, this plan would probably have been put into action at the end of 2018. It's certainly safe to say that Solomon, well, Goatia's machinations threw off Marisbury's schedule. So perhaps, if not for Singularity F, the surfaces of Chaldeus and Earth would swap places sooner?
Good point. The explosion in the command room definitely wasn't part of Director Marisbury's plans. So what happened afterward is part of what led to our present. Very strange circumstances. Watching Nirvana worry when you get PC and the internet situation and anyone who's nice word, Nicholas. This is why I appreciate you a lot. Something must have gone awry when Lev dropped Olga Marie into Chaldeus. That is all the information I can tell you about Test Subject E. Fortunately, this analysis has revealed at least 80% of Chaldeus' intended purpose. We now know that it was always meant to swap its Earth, that is, its human history for ours. And that it was the intention of Chaldeus' creator, former director of Chaldea, Marisbury Animusphere, that this would happen. Of course, that leads to the exact next problem we need to consider. Why would he do such a thing? Yeah. I completely agree. Neither I nor Trismegistus II were able to arrive at an answer to this query. Goatia wanted to create undying life in a planet without death. Kristira wanted to evolve all of humankind. David said he wanted to destroy Chaldeus to salvage humankind's reputation, even if it meant destroying Earth along with it. I may not agree with their reasons for doing what they did, but I can still understand them. But bleaching all of Earth? That I cannot understand. I cannot see what the ultimate goal could be.
Maybe he was just fed up with humanity and wanted to cleanse Earth by getting rid of it. No, Marisbury wasn't that kind of person. He wasn't a nihilist or even a pessimist. He was a good mage who loved seeing humans prosper, and who wanted to push our collective knowledge even further.
I bet, if he wasn't a genuinely good guy, King Solomon would never have answered his summons during the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. So it's safe to say that Marisbury was definitely a good mage. The problem is, there are quite a few shades of good. Whatever Marisbury's goal was, it must it must have been something extreme that we never even think of it. Like day bits.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, we're talking about a clock tower lord here. There's no telling how much his vision of prospering might have differed from ours.
Yeah, so right now, all we figured out is Chaldeus' current condition and the fact that our Earth is safe. But we should find all the answers once we get to Antarctica. How much farther, Nemo? Funny you should ask. We're actually just about to enter the Antarctic Circle now. I'm not seeing any obstructions. We should reach Chaldea Basin. Hello? Uh-oh. Wall. Dead ahead. Full reverse. Hard to port. All hands. Brace for impact. Huh? What happened? Shepard did not even warn us. I detect no hostile signal or gravity field. And yet, we're still being repelled. What kind of air pressure could possibly keep the storm border away?
Damn it! I should have known it wouldn't be that simple. Is it the foreign god? No. Is it Chaldeus itself? What's going on, technical advisor?
I don't know. There's nothing unusual going on in Antarctica at all. The barrier sprung up on its own. No, it didn't. Everyone, I think this is a wall of humanity. Huh? I recognize this offense. It's the same force that powers Sir Galahad's noble phantasm, Lord Camelot. That means the preservation of humanity itself is protecting the Antarctic. What? Wait. Huh? I've done a lap around the Antarctic and that wall surrounds the entire region. We can't get past it with the Storm Border's dimension-piercing drill or the Shadow Border's zero sail. I don't know why, but all our attempts are being repelled. Nothing works. I've never seen a wall like this before. Because it's entirely formless. We have no way to break through. Every special navigational technique we try fails. I have no idea how it works or why it's doing this.
Unbelievable! Our destination is right in front of us and we can't even get near it! Technical advisor, help them! Isn't there something we can do now? There's anything we can do? Surely you must have at least analyzed it by now, right?
I'm sorry, but I'm kind of bewildered too. I'm completely bewildered too. What is this? Some kind of prank? Right? That thing pops up whenever we approach, then disappears when we move away. Oh no. What did I do? What do you mean, what did I do? How is this my fault? It's completely denying us any way to get through, but also barely managed to ship at all. I can't even figure out what's powering it. I think I prefer the storm walls. Nash? Of course this was going to happen. Now that the 7 lost belts are gone, Chaldeus has become the foundation of human history. The celestial sphere for the preservation of humanity. That wall isn't meant to keep Chaldeus safe. It's a checkpoint intended to keep foreign elements out. The Antarctic is not what's keeping you out. Proper human history itself is rejecting you. But why? We're a part of it! That voice! It's him? That's Romani Ackerman! Marine, try to record— What?! Roger, pointing camera his way now! You! This is domain of proper human history. None of you can enter as you are now. I'll admit, even I didn't foresee this outcome. Over the course of this war, you've handled far too many things that simply don't exist in proper human history. Rulers, alter egos, avengers, all manner of servants that don't belong to the 7 classes. You're talking all the way back since the singularities? Now, after you spent so much time abusing these classes which should not exist, proper human history regards you as foreign elements. What? Because we summoned extra class servants?
Until you correct this imbalance, you'll never be able to set foot near Chaldeus. You cannot take those things... No, that's not right. You cannot take those servants with you into the time beyond 2019. Not with your current understanding. Akira, the gears within you no longer mesh. Why do these classes exist when, by rights, they shouldn't? What place do these weapons have in human history? Once you understand and accept the answer to these questions, you'll be foreign elements no longer. Turn your ship around, Novum Chaldea. There are places where you can correct the imbalances and atone for the sins you unknowingly committed. That is the duty you must now fulfill. Your ordeal call. Once you have settled 3 imbalances, then Celestial Sphere will see the light of day. Was abusing the extra? Pretty sure Aki summoned Arturias would be a reason. Yeah, this is somehow the Ainsburn's fault? Probably. I mean, the third Holy Grail War, they summoned Angramayu. Huh? You're sure to face partings as you walk this path. Be certain you are prepared for this.
But why? Extra classes exist, they're just unsummonable. Trismegistus 2 has arrived at a conclusion. It looks like that mysterious figure was telling the truth. The barrier around Antarctica is a kind of self-purification mechanism, and we are the reason it's being created. As much as it pains me to say this, it seems that humanity currently sees us as criminals. Apparently, we ourselves are the ones preventing us from setting foot in the pure land of Antarctica. He knew it. This wasn't an attack, it was an alarm. Extra classes aren't meant for humans to handle. Extra classes are typically too much for humans to handle. And given all the servants from extra classes we've been using, of course humanity will reject us.
I guess we've done the equivalent of using weapons banned from international law because we're going out of style.
What? Also, wow, that guitar riff? Sorry. But like, damn. Did they summon Avengers rulers first in the Third Grail War? Wasn't it just Avengers? When did they summon a ruler?
You can't deny we're guilty as sin. Sorry. Probably wasn't the best example I could have picked.
It's okay, Munire. I understand. Thank you. Still, facts are facts. If Chaldeus were made with ill intentions, even secretly, then of course some will have to be held to account for the demi-servant experiments. I accept that, and I will let my own deeds demonstrate the righteousness or wrongness of my creation. Even if creating me was wrong, there are still so many futures for us to choose from. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to receive the power to protect. Whatever you have to say about me, I'm certain that this power isn't wrong, isn't evil. Apocrypha? Oh, right, Apocrypha.
Well said, Kirillite. Should anyone ever learn of this incident, it's clear you will all face serious consequences. Is there anything I could do for them? Anything to ensure these fools will be rewarded instead of punished?
It's true. Director Marisbury's Chaldea was evil. But it's equally true that what came from it was undeniably good. The accident that happened during the 2017 Raid Shift experiment, along with everything that came afterwards, put an end to Director Marisbury's Chaldea forever. Not just physically, but in spirit too. The only remaining staff were a dozen or so employees, all unaware of Director Marisbury's intentions. And Romani Ackerman felt a strong responsibility to stop the incineration of humanity. And that meant Chaldea became an entirely different organization than its founder intended. It became a place to preserve not one man's vision for the future, but a future imagined by many different people. And that's never going to change. Not now, not ever. If there's something wrong with us, we'll just fix it with the same courage and wisdom that brought us this far. That man said we have an imbalance, right? And there must be points in time affected by this discrepancy. Some distortions similar to singularities. So we're going to find them, prove our innocence, and then come back to Antarctica. Dude, Da Vinci... Da Vinci is so positive. It's so nice to see. She is such a sweet little ball of sunshine. Because someone is just say, all right, that's the... Oh, wait, listen, can you... Listen, I couldn't resist the Draco, you know. PV soon? Oh, boy. Hard to starboard, huh? As captain, I have no objections. Besides, I was just thinking we could stand to go back to some of the places we saw standing buildings and resupply.
Very well. As I said earlier, I never expected this to be quite so simple. Do as you see fit. I could stick around a little longer.
Speaking as an alchemist from Atlas Institute, it hurts to hear that we're being treated like criminals because we have been relying on certain kinds of weapons. That would mean half. No, a third of the situation is my fault, correct? So I, of course, have no objections either. Trismegistus 2 and I will continue to help you all on your expedition. Well, looks like our goalposts have been moved a little further back than we were expecting. How are you feeling about all this, Akira? I mean, we've come this far. Considering we canonically summon Draco after him, don't think it's encounter productive. It's only an X-ray. It's a beast class. All right, now let's start exploring the world. We can think of this as getting all our ducks in a row before our showdown with Chaldeus. In fact, everything has worked out as desired, including the opportunity to resupply. That being said, we still have no idea what we'll find out there. We'll have to deal with the imbalances we've racked up over the course of our battles to date. We'll have to face scrutiny of our mistakes from humanity itself. I hate to borrow this guy's wording, but I can't deny it's a fitting name for this mission. Operation Ordeal Call it is. Once we overcome these trials, we'll reach our final destination. Okay, hold on. I think that's the PV. Yeah, it's the PV. Okay, I can't play it, or else I'll get bonked probably even harder than than the Lost Belt PV. I can't risk that again. So sorry. So we have to do a bunch of ordeal calls. Hey, listen, it's either that or the VOD gets lost forever. And we already lost one. We're literally denied by proper human history itself. Between prologue and OC when she's a ruler, bruh. Avenger. Alter ego. All I know, Metatron way. I'm sorry. Oh boy. What's my favorite class? I have no idea. It's whatever Artoria is released at the time. Do a cosplay of Kylock with this outfit. I'm afraid people won't recognize the character and you get disappointed. Happened when you did. How is Aqua from Oshinoko unrecognizable? What? I like the begins 2025. Oh. VA speak English, especially with serving classes. Oh, it's great. Is this another PV? I just need to make sure. If I see a dialogue box, then we're good. Are we good? Are we good? Okay, we're good. Good. You're all here. Thanks for coming at such short notice. I'd like to start by quoting what I said before. New hub theme, Honto. We'll have to deal with the imbalances we've racked up over the course of our battles to date. We'll have to face the scrutiny of our mistakes from humanity itself. Once we overcome these new trials, that's when we'll reach our final destination. A nice speech, right? The only problem is, our operations team hasn't been able to come up with any actual plan of action. But no more. That embarrassment ends today. That's right. I've called you all here because we finally determined what to do to prove our innocence in order to enter the Antarctic. Allow me to show you the method we're going to use to correct these so-called imbalances we've racked up. We'll also cover where we're going to start.
Oh, this is wonderful news! Just when I was beginning to resign myself to being cursed to blindly wander the bleached earth forever, too. So, where do we begin? If this is a matter of imbalances, there must surely have a singularity to contend with. Of course, we dealt with all seven lost belts. A singularity shouldn't be any trouble for us. Let's quickly patch it up and be on our way to Antarctica. Right, Akira?
Director, I think you've been around us too much.
I bet. Lost belts are just single timelines, sure, but they're big as all hell. But they don't deliberately set out to do us so much harm. A singularity, though? No matter how small they may be, they're always a threat to proper human history. There's no sense trying to judge which is easier, not to mention.
The paper moon isn't showing any abnormalities, so there don't seem to be any singularities around at the moment. Exactly. As far as we can tell, there are no singularities for us to address.
Look, we're looking at him when Romani was talking about it. What do we do about him?
Oh, right, because he's a ruler! Oh, frick, you're right! According to the guy that looked like Romani Ackerman, there is a problem for us to solve, except we're not seeing anything out of place anywhere on Earth right now. Obviously, we can't do much about our problem when we don't know what it is. Correct. There's no enemy and we have no target for our torpedoes. I feel like an orca who's just had a whale disappear on it. We've spent the past few weeks searching for singularities. As you're all well aware, we haven't found any. With matters being what they are, we have neither a chart nor a compass to help us navigate the seas. It almost makes me wish we still had the lost belts. At least with those, we knew where we needed to go.
I suppose you're right. And what? It hasn't been smooth sailing as much of a lack of wind altogether. What have I been gaining weight lately?
Gordoff? I think there are other issues with that one.
Alright, what do we do then? If there are no abnormalities at surface level, does that mean we need to start searching the stratosphere?
To do what we do in Among Us? Probably because of Oku. I don't know what's going on right now. Only as a last resort. The Stormboarder is in his spaceship, so I'd rather not push it quite so hard. No, my big takeaway is that we're barking up the wrong tree. Are we sure we should be saying tree puns this early on? We should have been searching for problems to solve in the first place. We're not dealing with an enemy from outside this time. No, this time, it's us. If the preservation of humanity itself is keeping us from the Antarctic, the first thing we should do is... Akira, what do you think? Detox? Exactly. To do that, we first need to know what kind of state we're in right now. So, on that note... Hey there. Feels like I've been waiting for my turn for ages now, so let's get to it. First, take a look at this. This is a new device Shion and I made at Da Vinci's request. It's called the Faux Board, short for Foundation of Humanity. Oh!
I see. The faux board, eh? So what does it do?
Exactly what its name suggests. We're trying to make things as easy to understand as possible. Unlike the kind of measurements we've been taking up till now, the faux board doesn't look at the foundation of humanity's value for all humankind. Instead, it only looks at the value for the storm border itself. Would you tell them more, Shion? It's simple. Think of it like taking your baggage through customs to enter a foreign country. The value of the foe board displays indicates the Chaldea's current imbalance. That is, the shared imbalance of all here. Our current rank is E, which is as low as you can get, but according to Trismegistus 2, once we restore our ranks to A, we'll be able to pass through the wall of humanity surrounding the Antarctic.
Huh. So we're the lowest rank possible right now. Really?
Yes. It really quite something that we made it this far without realizing it. What do you think, Foe? Foe! Sounds close to Foe. Foe does sound close to Foe. Okay. So, how exactly do we go about restoring our foundation of humanity value? There are no singularities out there, right? So, do we just have to wait for it to go up on its own? Essentially, yes. For the time being, there's nothing we can do. This is the best approach we have. Da Vinci and I have discussed this as well, and we think it's significant that Romani Ackerman used the word call. Perhaps it doesn't mean something is calling us, but that we should be calling something ourselves? Once we consider matters from this perspective, our next course of action became clear. The foe board is not only meant for measuring our foundation, it also reveals it. We made it to warn us of anything which violates the rules, whether these things are outside or among us. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on. There you go. there you go. And to act as a signal to call in Foundation repair trials like those we have undertaken many times before. Call in trials. Now that you mention it, that makes a lot of sense. Of course you need to fix the imbalances in your own body yourself. The world where the abnormality lies isn't where the abnormality lies, it's us. Aki said the thing. God damn it. Yep. We've sounded the ordeal call and finally stand at the precipice of our trial. What is the scrutiny of humanity? What is it we need to do? Trismegistus 2 answered these questions like this. Wasn't there also a thing with Dantes where he said that if the last master of Chaldea were to become a servant, we'd probably be an Avenger or something? I don't like where that implication goes now. We have a crew, you're playing Among Us the whole time? Scrutiny is the absence of recognition. Do not be careless in your approach. Understand the meaning behind all things. Disclosure, supplementation, parting, trust, vows. Every time you find answers to these questions, an imbalance will be corrected. Of course, we have no idea what any of this means right now. Don't worry about it? Yes, of course. It's okay, Akira. Don't worry about it! Glorious. Glorious. Absolute perfection. Cinema even. Remember, we don't have to look for these trials. They're going to come to us. All we can do now is prepare for them. Then, when they show up, we give them everything we've got. Alright, here's our mission. The Storm Border will continue investigating the Bleach Earths as we bolster our forces in preparation for the coming showdown. On which note, we can now enhance serving classes directly. Huh? Correct. We've been thinking about this for a while now, in fact. Our personal foundation of humanity might be tanked right now. But with the 7 lost belts gone, the overall foundation of human history has improved by leaps and bounds. You're the Storm Bar? That means we can now use human history itself as a source of information, giving us an even more solid foundation with which to summon heroic spirits. Da Vinci and Shion call this the class score. Enhanced class score doesn't just strengthen a single heroic spirit, but every spirit belonging to that class. Oh! Trismegistus 2 predicts that enhancing class scores will help us with the battles that lie ahead, and give us an ace up our sleeve in our ultimate confrontation against the foreign god. Professor can fill you in on the details. Don't worry, it's nothing complicated. Have fun with class score? Uh-oh. Alright, that's all from the ship. Everyone, stay sharp and keep working hard. I know you'll all come through. Oh boy, here we go. Hello? Whoa. 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 Hold. Pause. What is all this? Class score is now available from the enhancement menu in the terminal. By unlocking signs within class score, grant an entire class of servants various bonus effects. Signs in class score and strengthen it for the incoming final battle. Expend storm pods to collect Sand of Starlight. Oh! Which require you to expend storm pods that are available on the Bleached Earth. So you can collect Sands of Starlight, an item necessary to strengthen classes by clearing these free quests. Once you clear Ordeal Call 0, you can claim 3 storm to log in each day. Like it's expanded, but there's a limit you can hold, up to 9. If you reach the excess storm, will be lost, so be careful. You have so much playing with the globe? Oh boy. Ordeal Call 1, Zero Compass Inner Domain, Paper Moon has been unlocked. What the? An anomalous gravitational field has been discovered. What? Oh my god. Also, oh my god. Oh! Thanks, Sand of Star. But it will be very tedious. Understood. What's a Torch of Nova? Huh? What's this? Olga Marie! What? Invading giant Trojan, bruh. Don't do it yet? Yeah, I feel like seeing the star. It means I'm going to get my ass handed to me. Bro, what? Holy Paper Moon? Oh. I think anomalous gravitational field. Class score stuff is in enhancements. Okay, so I have a bunch just from playing. So, class score. By unlocking signs within class score, you can grant a variety of bonus to all servants of the affected classes. There are 9 class scores divided by class. Extra classes have been combined into 2 groups. For support server, the class score status of the master who holds the server will be reflected. Where within certain battles, effects granted in that fight will reflect my own class score. So... So what happens if I... Oh my god, it's orbs. Oh my god, it's Final Fantasy. Oh my god, it's Final Fantasy orbs. Oh no, it's Final Fantasy orb level up. Oh god, it's Final Fantasy orb level up. Oh god. Expend items and QP! According to you've already unlocked an additional special item called Sand of Starlight, which is available on Bleached Earth. Once you collect the necessary items and QP, unlockable signs will be indicated with this icon. Expend to specify items and QP to unlock the sign. No. No, not again. Not again! Not again! No! No! Get me out! Let me out! You must unlock the Torah lock if you want to unlock the signs beyond it. In order to unlock each Torah lock, you will need to clear a mission and expend a spell called Torch. There are 3 types of Torch. You must first unlock the door lock in the way clear. Mission expend the torch. Signs beyond the door lock can be expended. No! 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 Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god, no. Oh god, which class do I level up first? How much would it even take for the first one? 30? Okay. Okay, frick. Okay, the trauma, tell Mama Kiara about it. Casually saying in the forbidden therapist room. Why is the therapist room suddenly called the forbidden therapist room? Gehenna! Sorry. I know Gehenna is an actual thing. I just couldn't, especially since we just played Blue Archive. Queen questing Ordeal Call 2, the inescapable Gehenna id. Unlock by completing Ordeal Call 1, 0 Compass Inner Domain, Paper Moon. It's Kiara. You know what, that's fair. God, what do I level up first? I mean, if I want an attacking class, it's like Berserker, right? Because, duh. But, like, I use Castoria. Like Castor is exclusively because Castoria. This seems to be mainly combat dependent. In which case, foreigners, pretenders, and beasts. This seems primarily combat orientated, in which case I might go the Berserker route because I use Berserkers a lot. Mainly a specific 2 sets of Berserkers. Reverse sign. Unlock sign. What class do I use to do farming? Berserkers. Shocker, I know. Big shocker, I know. What's this? Increase excitation? One turn defensive when a command spell is oh! Hot damn! Visual extra are locked, but completing either extra will buff everything for all classes when they do unlock. So... okay. Excitation. I am aware of the Buster side, but most of my Berserkers are arts. I've unintentionally become very arts orientated. You huge amount of bond points. Use the one in Nevada, easy and big bond. Big bond. What? Yeah. Have you seen my servants, sir? Primarily arts. At least on the Berserker side of things. What's this? Oh, it's a torch. What's this? Oh, excitate. Oh, okay. So... Ah, I need more. This Arturia Saber. I mean, I can increase the Saber class score on the Buster side, I think. It would be funny. Oh, this is different. There's going to be a new OC mission coming in two week-ish or so. Junto. Increase Buster strength. You get from all the trees are the same. Each tree has Buster, Arts, and Quick damage up. Quick crit up to 60%. Arts crit up 40%. Speed damage up 10%. I see. Oh god, the grind truly never ends. All right. Oh, good lord. Okay. Thanks for the quartz. Alright, let's do Paper Moon. I can always grind later since it saves up to 9. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but this is straight out of section Q23 of the manual. Skill tree now? Honto. I'd say this qualifies as an anomaly. Degraded performance and/or malfunction proper in Paper Moon due to unknown factor. Huh. Initiating data collection and situation recording to determine the cause of the phenomenon as stipulated in the manual. Data integrity level AA. Please note that beginning immediately, everything that occurs, including all we say and do, will be documented. Sorry, would one of you mind making the announcement? I've got my hands full over here. What's happening? Oh, hi, senpai. Did you hear that announcement too? Yeah, Paper Moon situation. It seems if you held asleep despite saying you can say it's gotta go. Please take care of yourself. The bot will always be there. Thank you, Snake, for coming around. I hope you sleep well, okay? Right. I heard them ask for Da Vinci and Shion. So it sounds like we may have some kind of technical issue. By the sound of it, this may be serious. So I thought I could stop by and see if there was anything I could do to help. Let's go. Whatever you want, have fun with. Yeah, because they love foreigners.
I need to touch the sea. I need to go in the water.
Oh, then you hydrate.
I need to dive in the sea. I need to go in there. I'm going in.
I mean, the goal is to eventually get all the classes up to at least a reasonable level. But that's like big ask for big gains. You know? I've seen some people with like some insane class levels. Like in the hundreds and so. Like higher hundreds. Well, I say like higher hundreds as in like 150 and so and up. The Paper Moon isn't working, right? Looks that way. We were just asking its manufacturer / caretaker about it, though she seems every bit as stumped as we are. Believe me, I would like to know what's going on here just as much as you. Given its nature, there should be no easy way for it to malfunction like this. Honto. Really, as extraordinary as the Paper Moon's measuring capabilities are, its operation is extremely simple. It's not possible for it to mismeasure anything, nor will it break down even in harsh environments. It's that remarkable reliability that makes it an ideal compass, capable of operating even in void space. At its core, it is simply a two-dimensional moon that projects anything and everything exactly as it is, regardless of whether a given thing has a form or whether it's from reality or from the void. It doesn't perform complex calculations on its own, nor does it have any points where it might fail mechanically. Oh, come on. You say it's simple all you like, but for us it may as well be the blackest of all black boxes. Even I won't open this thing up for a fear of breaking it. Chaldea's biggest, brightest engineers all studied it pretty closely since it was sent to us quite a while back. But they just said it was an incredible device we just couldn't find any conceivable use for. Which is why we didn't do anything for it until the shadow border was completed. Well, of course. And that's because it's an Atlas Institute mystic code. I may have given it to Chaldea, but its design and inner workings are still a closely guarded secret. It also incorporates a number of my family's patented technologies at the microscopic level, so I'm certain it will be exceptionally difficult for anyone besides myself to tinker with its core. Ah, that makes sense. Right. So I would say it's more maniacal than complex. Perhaps this example will prove illustrative. Imagine first a jigsaw puzzle, which is completely blank but composed of approximately 100 million pieces. Now imagine the puzzle is completed, glued in place, and hung in the wall in a nice frame. Functionally, it would work the same as a plain white poster. So it would still be comprised of 100 million tiny delicate pieces. So it is well out of reach now that the pieces have been glued together firmly in place, and is all the simplicity of a sheet of paper. And since its functions are so simple, it's almost impossible for it to break down. However, by definition, it remains a construct composed of 100 million pieces. So, if someone wished to tamper with its inner workings, they could have to remove those pieces one at a time. I see. At least, I think I do? Well, I will admit that it is something I made back when I had no particular goal and an overabundance of free time. Even so, none of the materials I use should degrade easily. Further, I employed a programmatic spell in its construction, which should initiate a self-repair routine should anything happen to it. No paper moon works. Shion's my sister? Yes! But considering it's a family secret, I can't say anything either. So to continue the metaphor, think of the paper moon as a jigsaw puzzle which I, the beloved daughter and noted genius of the head of the Atlas Institute, constructed so well, it should never come apart on its own. Okay, Shion. At any rate, let me take a look. Okay, first we activate this, then we do this. Hang on, that light in the monitor looks like a singularity signal? Can we get confirmation of this? You're correct. It definitely does look like a singularity. But I'm not getting any singularity readings from it. Are you certain? Yeah, but sure looks like one on the world map. Looks like it's around Egypt. I've been checking it over and over, but it just isn't entering any data into the paper moon. The light shouldn't be there. So we're seeing this light even though no data has been entered? I can think of two possibilities. First, there's a problem with display equipment. That is, there could be a stuck pixel on the monitor, or perhaps someone thinking themselves as a jokester drew on the screen. In short, we are seeing something with no correlation to any data. But if that's not the issue, then we are left with our second possibility. The receptacle mechanism, that is, the paper moon itself, which is directly linked to the data, is emitting some kind of signal. I think it's the second one, Shion! I think it's the second one! What's going on? All hands, emergency stations! Hello? Are you okay, Senpai? Stay close to me. I can't see anything. Huh? Eh? What the? Huh? Where? Huh? Where are we? Or should I ask you, when are we? Where am I? So you're finally awake, huh? Guess you're still a big old sleepyhead. Huh? Kama! Oh, this is hilariously fitting! Huh? What? Huh? Hello? I guess that's okay, though. Sleeping in is a great way to indulge your lazy side. If you want to sleep your way closer to depravity every day, I certainly won't be stopping you. So please, don't wake up on my behalf. You make a lot of things about me wake up, comma. Sorry, not sorry. Can't very well be my fault if something awful happens to you while you're asleep, after all. Comma? Oh, knock off the sad puppy eyes, would you? I only just woke up here myself. I think we're in the same boat here. That is, I don't know any more than you do here. Hi. Did you just did my event so here's more content with comma? Right? I could not have planned to say better even if I wanted to. But where'd that come from? I mean, come on, you know what my deal is, right? If anything, I'm more enemy than ally, so smiling at me like that isn't going to... Huh? That's weird. I actually don't... Oh my god, she's so cute! She's so cute! I love her. Oh. Okay, something's definitely not right here. Well, I'm just gonna forget about it. And there. Forgotten. Oh, she's doing the little puffy cheek. Eh? Huh? Uh-oh. Wait. Eh? Where's Mash and the others? Anyway, all I know is when I came to, it was just you and me here. No other servants, no staff members, nobody. Head pat for comma, now she's small comma. As if when she's big comma, it would not stop us from head patting her. Also, none of our tech is working, comms included. No contacting anyone for us. So, what's the plan? I don't want to be doing any work if at all possible, but I guess I don't really have a choice since I'm the only one here. Fine, I can at least gather some information for you. Can't promise it'll be useful though. So, do you want to sleep together or send me out on my own? It's up to you. Hold it. Eh? How can you call yourself his friend? No, his servant and not notice. I must say, you're being very inattentive. Did you not notice that he lost his balance just a moment ago? There's quite clearly something wrong with him physically. Eh? Eh? Huh? Huh? Hello? Eh? Shion? I feel like I've died and went to some kind of heaven. Ordeal call. 1. 0 compass inner domain. Paper moon. Huh? Friend got really down bad for this for Shion. I don't blame them. And that's all I'm going to say. Hello? Wait. 0 compass inner domain. And the shape. Are we in the paper moon? Don't answer that. Huh? Compass inner domain. Meet AI. Oh my god, I think we're in the paper moon. Pardon me. I'll examine you now. god, this form of her is super cute. Body temperature, pulse, pupil dilation, all normal. At a glance, you seem to be perfectly healthy. Do you have any other symptoms? Yes, so I don't think it correlates with my health. Is Shion? Yes, I am Shion Eltnam Socorus. Why do you feel it necessary to reconfirm my name at this point, Akira? Oh, come the hell on. You don't get to treat us like we're the dumb ones for asking that. You look completely different. How so? Besides, even if my visual data, that is, my appearance, were different than usual, it would not be particularly significant. I know for a fact I am Shion Eltnam, and that I perceive myself as such. Even were I to try, I could not perceive myself as anyone or anything else. It's the same for you two. Is that not right, Akira, Master of Chaldea, and his servant? Does that mean you always see yourself as an adorable lolly? This is Shion's outfit in Melty Blood? Guys, I think I should play Melty Blood. The silence was deafening. Okay, this is shady as hell. Are we seriously supposed to believe that you're the same weirdo who practically lives in the command room? The Shion we know is just a regular Atlas Institute mage. She shouldn't be able to change her form the way I can. Vision jacking, physique modification, transferring your mind into a different body. Even the most average Atlas Institute mage could easily come up with 100 ways to change their appearance. That aside, I am still very much me. Further, I don't recall having changed my appearance recently. In fact, I find your assessment to be incredibly shallow and superficial. While I am at it, I should mention that if anyone here is shady, it is unquestionably you, Of all the heroic spirits Akira is contracted to, why are you the only one to be present? That's what I'd like to know too. Frankly, I would not be at all surprised if you were feigning ignorance as a part of some wicked plot. You are one of the servants who is potentially dangerous to Master Akira, as you recall. At least, that is what I recall reading about you in our reports. Look, I'm telling you, I don't know anything. I'm not even sure how I wound up here. I think I was talking to someone before this happened, but that could have just been my imagination. Though I definitely feel weirdly lightheaded. Not in the fun way I felt during summer. What happened to her during her summer form? How convenient. Everything you're saying is unprovable and you have offered no useful information whatsoever. Tell me, are you doing this on purpose? Bad argument. This is a very nice situation to be in. Fine. I predicted things would turn out this way. Thus far, everything is unfolding as I calculated. Is that so? Well, don't go crawling to me when trouble comes knocking. Anyway, how exactly should we go about this? We just walk around and see what we find? A moment. I want to share my underlying premise. Why are you giving the ground a pat down? Got a summer form where she was an Avenger. Are you serious? I knew it. I suspected as much earlier, but this confirms it. I am not able to determine the construction materials of this building. That I cannot tell is an answer in itself, just as I calculated. This place, no. This whole world is most likely... Hello? Hey. What was that? I heard it too. Sounds like it came from pretty close by. I wonder what it'll be. The first local we meet, or the first enemy we encounter? Wanna bet on which? Personally, I'm rooting for whichever one leaves you all groaning in disappointment. I don't think I can ever be disappointed with these two around. Still wasn't being taken seriously. Oh, poor Kama. Oh, it's both. What a cop-out. Huh? Kama? So they are. It looks like... Huh? Wait, what? Huh? What in the world is that? It kind of looks like a sea fiend. It sure is slimy and nasty looking like one. Ugh, just my luck. Fine, fine, say no more. I'm your servant now and all that. Come on, you don't have to look at me like that to get me to help. Actually, I really wish you'd stop. It makes me queasy. Still, just remember this. The more you use me for your own convenience or to satisfy your own desires, the more it's only fair that I get to use you for my convenience and desires too, points you'll be racking up. Huh? It's always tentacles. Kama became a girl failure. I love Kama, so it's fine. Every point takes you that much deeper to the edge of beautiful depravity. Wait, hold on. Didn't she use you for my that could have been worded a lot differently considering how I feel about you. If you are quantifying your frustration, the least you could do is include a way for people to see that number. That way we can tell when you need a tune-up and when it's time to throw you into the trash heap. You may want to stand back, Shion. Do not worry about me. I'm an Atlas Institute mage. I can take care of myself. For some reason, though, while it feels as though it may have been a long time since I used them, my actual skills have not atrophied. Whatever. Just don't get in my way. I don't want to be held responsible if one of my lust arrows happens to get you all hot and bothered. I don't think she hit me with one, but okay, I think we're... Ooh. Hello? Alright, that's far enough. I don't know what the hell you are, and I'd really rather not have to deal with you myself. But it'll be nice to squash you without worrying about love or depravity for a change. Kama Samohana. Alright. Support only. Let's do this thing. Kama is a problem, and I enjoy solving that problem. I very much enjoy having that problem, too. Sea fiend? Something stringy. Ew! Hey! Oh god, I hear the slime. Alright, here we go. Hi, hi. いいですよ。Oh! Okay. Nice. Yay, woo, Kama wins. I guess it's fine. Hi, Thomas. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Is something wrong? How's Ordeal? It's calling. I don't know. It's like my magical energy and body aren't working like they usually do. I can't quite tell for sure, though. What did you miss? Well, the most important part, this Ordeal call currently has me between Kama and Shion, which is something I definitely cannot complain about. Oh well, who cares? The important thing is that nasty creature is dead now. Say, wanna stop on it for good measure? This will be your chance to show off what a cruel master you are. Go on, do it. It'll make you look really cool. God, I love her. I think I'll give you head pats instead. Shunned and I it was only me to rely on, tumbling into depravity. Maybe I can still make that golden root a reality. Love? Yes. Anyway, did you do something during that battle, Shion? Don't worry about me. That was essentially just a light warm-up. More importantly, who are you? We are, if nothing else, at least not your enemy. You're sufficiently intelligent to recognize when you were under attack. You are also sufficiently empathetic to help you. Shion is very logical speaking. Aki poked a bear with a stick and humanity bites back. Are you okay? It seems your injuries are not too deep. Do you need first aid? No, that's alright. With enough resources and time, I can treat myself. After all, we are AIs whose primary function is medicinal treatment. AIs? I knew it. What's that stand for again? Artificial intelligence? That's right. We are computer programs designed to think, act, and converse of our own volition. I am part of the Ronnie series, Type R for repair. I have no individual name. If you would like, I could tell you my unit number. I do not think that will be necessary, though. Ronnie? So you're taking your acronym and sounding it out phonetically, as a word for our name. Very sensible. We sometimes address ourselves in the same way when speaking to one another. Most AIs are created to fill a particular role. If your role is medicinal treatment, who or what do you usually treat? All the other AIs here, of course. And that goes for other types as well. As Type Rs, our duty is to repair damaged AIs and ensure everyone can perform at their maximum potential. And what is the AI's overarching purpose? Oh boy. Ronnie's from Fate Extra when OC1 was released? Honto! Really? That answer should also go without saying, but since you asked, is to ensure the smooth functioning of this world. The whole world? That's pretty ambitious. Just as I thought. I could tell something was off from the beginning. I put this hypothesis in the back burner since I didn't have enough data to verify it. But if you are an AI running this world, that should be sufficient enough to perhaps reveal the truth. This is a virtual world, or a conceptual one if you prefer. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. We don't know all that much about this world. But we have been programmed with basic data regarding what is called on the outside. Paper Moon. So we are in the Paper Moon! That is the name of this system, or rather, the world we AIs oversee. Oh my god. How'd we get stuck in the Paper Moon? Huh? So, you're saying this is a virtual world inside that Paper Moon thingy? So, are we alone with Kama? Okay, it doesn't explain how Kama got here, but are we here alone, essentially? No, but everyone got consumed by that light. We were next to MASH. Eh? Also, Shion's here as well. Aki's fault discovered. What do you mean it's my fault? How is it my fault? Oh my god. We spotted we spotted a singularity, and next thing we knew, we were here. That's it, really. Well, there was a glowing light. No. We spotted something akin to a singularity. Something similar, but not exactly it. Oh, hold on one second. Right now, it is our reality. The fact that our conscious mind perceive us as being here right now means that we ourselves have been transplanted into the virtual world somehow. So is it just us? Or Mash, Da Vinci, and the others just outside looking in? So, wait, is our virtual... Or is this virtual bodies, or is these our real bodies? That includes our brains, nervous systems, sensory organs, everything that makes us who we are. Consequently, even if there are discrepancies with the outside world, our minds are not presently able to perceive them. Let me see. For example, say a 2-meter tall person was keeping a 30-centimeter tall animal as a pet. Now imagine that this pet owner were sent to another world where everything was 1/10 its usual size, including them. Since everything around them remains at the proportions to which they were accustomed, that the human animal would never realize they were now 20 centimeters and 3 centimeters tall respectively. That being said, it seems unlikely that all of our outside world knowledge and sensations would be absorbed. So there are likely to remain noticeable discrepancies. Your suspicion regarding my supposedly new appearance is likely one such discrepancy. I do find it strange that I seem to be the only one who is unable to perceive a change in my appearance. Perhaps something happened when we were converted to fit in this world. It is probably a phenomenon along the lines of a spiritron or pseudo-spiritron conversion. At any rate, even if this world is purely virtual, our perceiving it as reality means that dying here would result in us being the same fate in reality. So be careful. Honestly, I have no idea what that all means, but I do know one thing. You're shady as hell. I mean, you. Atlas Institute people are the ones who gave Chaldea the paper moon in the first place, right? Yes, that is true. Originally, the paper moon was passed down along the Atlas Institute leaders, specifically the Eltnam family. Zepia, the current head of the Eltnam family, gave its custodial rights to his daughter on her 8th birthday, until she turned 9. And until she turned 9, she focused on tuning it up and expanding its capabilities. After that, the paper moon was given to Chaldea in accordance with the Atlas contract. So of course, it only made sense for me to continue maintaining it after we joined forces. However, paper moon is ultimately no more than a device. Its internals run only the bare minimum of software. I certainly don't recall creating a world like this inside it. However, one could also argue that the conceptual worlds of which we are unaware exist in all manner of places. As for the AIs, from a micro-magecraft perspective, it is possible that the self-advancing programs I installed could have evolved into artificial intelligence without me realizing it. It is quite fascinating. Conceptually speaking, yes. Though it may be more accurate to say that it was fitted into the paper moon rather than made for it. I would need an opportunity to make a more detailed examination of this world's laws before I could make a definitive determination. Sounds like you're dodging the question to me. I'm sorry to interrupt, but may I say something? Oh, sorry. We don't mean to ignore you. We can come back to this topic later. Hang on. You said you could heal yourself, right? Why are you not treating your injuries then? They don't seem trivial enough to ignore. If there is that you are low in resources, we could share some with you. Running self-diagnostic program. Performance degradation is currently 37%. Usually we would aim for 0% degradation rate in order to satisfy our defined desires, and ensure operations continue to run smoothly. Right now, another routine is taking procedure. Meaning, while you could heal yourself, you currently have a higher priority? Correct. Allow me to give a more complete report. At present, a large number of my fellow Type R units are nearby are under attack by more of those tentacled threats. I would like to ask you to rescue them as to minimize the damage to Type R units as a whole. Would that be possible? So whatever's happening with Paper Moon, it basically we gotta go after the support first. Okay, there's being a good Samaritan, there's this. We still don't even know what's going on here. I thought you would say that. Just as I calculated. Report. We're close. I detect multiple Type R units around that corner. However, in my estimation... What? Hello? And of course it's more of these freaking things. This is the worst! Come on, let's make our way back through them. Please stand back, Ronnie. Understood. Although we repair AIs, do feel We repairing AIs do feel joy when treating injuries. It doesn't mean we want to see units in good condition get hurt. Please be careful. Oh, we can summon, you know. Well, alright. So, okay, there's just 3 of them. It's stringy feeling again. So what are these things then, if it's all AI and stuff? Are these essentially viruses? Something infected the paper moon? Is that what's happening here? I forgot to turn off the MC normalcy. Oh. Cool. What? Again? Look, I appreciate the support since it makes my job easier and all, but are you okay? You're looking a little Ugh, what's that noise? I wish they piped down. VTuber have a new trailer. So Paper Moon has a new trailer with a great song called A-Stain. Honto. It's coming from around that corner. It sounds like they're really going at it. Report. I'm still detecting a large number of fellow type RAIs. Many of them appear to be injured or immobilized. I can also confirm that the head of the type RAI, our leader equivalent, is present. Leader equivalent? What an odd way to put it. Why not just call her leader? Because at present, she also possesses a new extended function. It is recommended that you refer to her by her new role, Master, when addressed. Master? Huh? Hold on. Whoa!
It's no use. I'm too hungry to fight or to care. Honestly, I could go for a gaggle of gorgeous girls cheering me on right now.
Come on, get together. You've got me cheering for you, right?
I already told you I don't find you attractive at all. Maybe you've started dressing more in line with
Whoa! Wait, huh?
Crass, so you may be. You don't seem to be entirely lacking your skill. However, I grow tired of this meaningless dance. It's time my blade was bathed in crimson.
Servants! Eh? What is happening? Eh? What? What? Who are you?
Ah, damn it, more enemies? Alright, time to make a run for it.
Hey, you can't turn tail at the first sign of trouble. What about all the others?
Who cares? The weak always die first. That's just how it goes. Indeed. It is the law of nature that the feeble-bodied offer up their lives in sacrifice. Now then, I think I'll help myself to a little snack.
Wait, were those things summoned by... Is he in the in-between for himself and his caster version? Report. Unit 237 lost. Regeneration impossible. I think he just absorbed that AI is something that AI possessed. Probably magical energy or an equivalent of some kind. I guess that gloomy looking guy really is controlling those tentacle creatures then. He seems kind of familiar, so I can't place him. Anyway, what do we do now? I'll keep watch for any further attacks directed against him. If the enemy gets too close, I can at least buy you some time. I am counting on you to take them out. Yeah. Must be nice getting to rest on your laurels, go out playing cat's cradle while I'm out here busting my ass. That these fiends are from Gil. Oh, cause the tentacles? Oh well. This might be a huge pain, but I guess it's just going to keep cropping up unless I pull it up by the roots. If I get the chance, I'll see what I can do about the gloomy guy. Berserker? And Caster? Wait, Caster? Uh-oh. He's gonna transform into his Caster form, isn't he? Oh boy, here we go. You wanna know the funniest support I could pick? We could go this route. Nothing is stopping us from going this route. How much does her skill 3 increase her MP gauge?
いい機会だ。教育してやる。
With her Excalibur, just in case. Right here. How much does it decrease it by? 3 turns, right? 2 turns. Alright.
屍の山に沈め。崩落せよ。
Excalibur! More again! Use rulers, Jean on guilds, the secret animation work too. Oh yeah, that's true! I guess we're just getting rid of these guys normally? Use MP gauge for yourself during normal buster for a single ally. Let's see what happens here. Nice. Go. I only have the one switch.
黙れ。選択は正しいわ。
Nice.
燃え尽きなさいな。
Yikes.
あまりに脆い。あまりに脆い。来なさい。我が竜よ。
Nice.
この私が。あくまで華麗に。
Alright.
ジェイルは
Let's try this.
もふっ
Dang it. Oh my god, seriously? Bro, I want to meme, not for this. Alright, cool. Does he transform? Love the big numbers, Jolter. Alright. I mean... Ike! What a team up this is. Ordeal! And then... Oh, let's go. How much does this do? Oh, there's the overkill. Not bad. Nice. Ooh. That's not the gills I know. Yeah, he might be dressed like a knight, but he sure doesn't fight like one. He's obviously much better at commanding those familiars. What's your deal? You got a sword and all, but are you a secret caster or something? I mean, considering how we fall, I don't think it's much of a secret.
Indeed, I am a caster. I'm impressed you noticed, fair maiden. The flowery scent clinging to you is delicious. Once you've grown up a little, I might even be willing to...
What the hell? Lucky me, but hard pass. Kinda got my hands full trying to push this Nimrod over to the edge and into depravity. What's going on? Did they save us?
That's it! Excellent work, my friends. I've been waiting for you to show up. You're here. The battle is as good as won. Come on, let's fight together to put this caster in his place.
Huh? Who are you?
What would you have me do, master?
Wait, master?
Eh? So they've already teamed up with another faction, and we lack sufficient resources to take on 2 servants at once. Fall back for now, caster.
Wait, what?
Understood. And it seems I'll have to invite you down to my room another time.
Huh? Remaining tentacle creatures have disappeared. It seems the situation has been solved. Don't even think about asking me to go after them. Got it? I've already worked way too much today. I wasn't? What's going on? You know these people?
Whew. Good. You made the right call. If I expect a stranger to show up, better to make allies of them before they can become your enemies. Never know how useful they might be. Granted, you don't usually get someone like Karna when you do that, but even so.
Hey! Tell me what's going on already, Berserker! Karna? Berserker? Hey, huh? Master! Oh no, we should not have put this off until later. He said there have been something worse with you since we've arrived. These battles must have only made things worse. Hey, Akira, lie down and take some deep breaths and... Akira! Oh, shoot. Oh, we straight up fainted. Oh. Damn. Okay.
桜餅ですが、実は草ふと今日
String and goodwill. Raniment. Raniment? Hello? Oh good. You're awake. It is a relief. I swear, how many times are you going to do this? You really are a sleepyhead, aren't you? Don't... Ah, comma, you do care! I'll give you a kiss and a head pat for that one. Or am I? You're in the partition reserved for repair AIs, often referred to simply as Repair itself. This building is Repair's headquarters. Thank you so much for saving everyone earlier. This is probably the moment when I should introduce myself, right? I'm the Prime AI for the type Rs and head of repairs. Though right now I'm also serving as the Master of Berserker. So maybe it would be easier for visitors like yourself to address me like that. Did Paper Moon have a Holy Grail War? Comma cares? Pat pat. Exactly. And this is...
Hey, come on. I thought I explained this on the way here. They're not really our allies. I just lied about that to get through that battle. Amazing, this is a perfect chance to ambush them.
Don't be ridiculous. You're a tremendous help. Of course we're going to return the favor. I certainly don't have any routines that will let me do something so underhanded. Sorry about that. Here, let me introduce you to Berserker.
Fine, I guess. As you can see, I'm both the strongest and handsomest servant you could ever hope to meet.
No, I've met Artoria.
I'm still not sure why I wasn't summoned as a saber. It's probably because my extraordinary strengths led me to be mistaken for a berserker instead.
Yikes. Sorry about him. He's just like that.
I bet you what a genius I am too. Talk about perfect. I love being stronger, heavier, and nobler than anyone else in the world. Since I'm known for being fantastically easygoing, I don't mind talking to all of you. Just make sure you treat me with all the respect I'm due. Now, for starters...
Could you not look at her like she's mine? Hello? Is there a reason you're leering at us? Be aware that, should you come too close, I am prepared to mount a defense best described as devastating.
Now, just make sure of something. As small as you two are, you're both still women. Anyway, don't worry about it. Neither of you are all what I'm looking for.
Huh?
Now, what's your story? You people are master and servant too, right? Don't bother trying to BS me. I already know about your command spells. Go on. Where'd you come from?
Chaldea, I suppose?
Huh? You there. Based on the way you fight and act, I'm guessing you're an archer or an assassin.
Yeah. Assassin. What about it? A lot of purple characters here, including Aki. It is suddenly very purple around here.
There's no class overlap. Now, of course we're going to want to know what you've been assigned. Hold on. Those numbers aren't adding up.
I think we may be talking around each other. Are you guys not taking part in the System Grail War? There is a Holy Grail War! Wait, we can compare notes later. Whatever is wrong with Akira has still not been treated, so that should be our top priority. Oh, right, I'm sorry. Of course I'll help however I can. It's my duty as both a repair AI and as one who owes you a debt. Besides, the whole reason we repair AIs exist is to treat those who need it. Having said that, my earlier scan didn't reveal anything unusual. Of course our scanner is tuned for AIs, so I wouldn't be surprised if I missed something. Oh, don't worry. We already know you're not AIs yourselves. I also ran as many scans as I could on him while he was asleep. I believe the problem is a discrepancy in the Spiritron conversion of his magical circuits and nervous system. You can tell? Theoretically. There is no way for me to know how much magecraft-related knowledge the version of me in this world may have lost. So, what I am saying here is similarly based only on what I am currently able to perceive as the version of Akira that exists in this world. Put differently, this is how this world's structure has interpreted that discrepancy. Regardless, the discrepancy itself is not going to go away. The problem is that his magical circuits and nervous system connections are not optimized, which is resulting in constant garbage generation. So this problem is tied to his body's composition, and it will not get better on its own. In fact, If we don't do something, it'll likely get worse. What are you waiting for? Do something already! I plan to, naturally. However, we have few options at our disposal. In the interest of being direct, there is but one possible treatment. It'll be neither easy nor painless. Are you certain you want to go through with it? Yes. Real war finally. So it's common that Aki would summon in Naruto. Bruh! Oh, are you going to operate? If you need an assistant, the R series would be happy to help. Myself included. We'd love to learn anything you could teach us. An operation will not be necessary. I doubt there is anything you could learn from this anyway. This is something only I can do. See this micron thick filament? It is a Spiritron thread that has been passed down through the Elton family for generations. It's called an etherlight. It was originally developed for medical purposes to be a kind of artificial nerve, so it should work for this treatment as well. Using during battle? Yes, it is. Stringy feeling. Oh. In battle, I was only able to use it to distract those tactical creatures. Here, I can do much more. Okay, Akira. Lie down here again and close your eyes. Whatever you do, don't move. I will be using Etherlight as a substitute for your standard nervous system, and will then connect it to your magical circuits. To do so, yes, as I thought, it is the only way. Alright then, here goes. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Oh? How are you feeling? I guess the headache's gone. I see. I'm glad to hear that. It looks like it worked. Oh, I had no idea what you just did, but I always love seeing someone get better. Hang on. Feels like something's off in Masters and my magical energy connection now. I anticipated this. It's an unavoidable side effect. Etherlight is capable of piercing the brain directly, but in this situation involving magical Spiritron conversion, I needed one more special path. So I could use the command spell system, which is directly connected to the mage's magical circuits to force a new route for the Etherlight. Basically, this means that my Etherlight is now taking the place of part of Akira's command spells and magical circuits. And of course, since I am still the one controlling the Etherlight, you could say that I myself am now part of his command spells and magical circuits. Say what?! Akira, are you seriously going to let someone besides me take something important of yours? What do you mean? Hold on. Come on. What do you mean by take something important of me? Wait, hold on. I'm not mentally ready for this. Wait, what? Huh? Huh? What? Do you realize you're basically putting your life in her hands? Yes, morally speaking, this was arguably not the best course of action. However, the only one available. This is just the inevitable trade-off. Incidentally, from now on, any magecraft you use through mystic codes or the like will go through me as well. You could argue that we are now two people forming a single master now. I've never heard of anything like that before. Is that a thing you can actually do? If you're referring to the technical complexity of what I have done, I'll simply say that many new possibilities are available here because this is not reality. Triangle trope, much like Artoria, written shit. I am uncertain whether such a thing is possible in the outside world. Honestly, I don't care. I can't believe I let this untrustworthy brat take control of something that important. I never would have let her do this if I'd known what it meant. Damn it. I don't entirely understand what you're talking about, but he's basically healed now, right? Correct. As long as I am around to support him, he can move and fight without impairment. Thanks, Shion. Oh! God, this is heaven for me. Don't worry about it. There's no need for excessive gratitude. Besides, now that I'm here this time, of course I'm going to do what I can to help. Hi Star, hello, hope you're doing well. Well then, that's a bit awkward. This is great. When you have your health, you really do have everything. Oh, that reminds me. I got an individual name of my own when I became a master. Berserker came up with it. He says it means life. I use? Anyway, you can call me that too if you like. If I say I use? Got it. Honestly, this may be strange coming from an AI, but I actually really like it.
Oh, it's fine just calling her master, but it's pretty inconvenient not having a name. And since she's always going on about health and treatment, I seem to be a good fit. Besides, being of noble birth, it was often my job to name people anyway. Well, parlement oblige oblige. Oh, right. You've obviously figured out that I'm an important prince. Couldn't hide my royal aura even if I wanted to.
What aura? Ias? Ias? Okay. Aes? Or Aes? Aes?
Still, don't expect me to just up and tell you my true name, especially not during a Grail War.
Didn't you mention Karna earlier? And Ayas is a Sanskrit word. If anything, I'd say you smell more like a demon Kali to me. You're connected to Karna, so you're from the Mahabharata, and you're also a prince who smells like Kali, the demon. Then, does that mean... Are you Duryodhana? What? Wow. Yeah, the Master of Chaldea would really be OP in the Grail War. Just for the fact that he could probably tell any true name of a servant.
How'd you figure that out so quickly?
The eldest brother of the 100 princes in the Mahabharata. He's known for fighting in the war between Arjuna's brother and the mentor of Kana. Oh my god.
Guess I'm even more famous than I thought.
I'm not so sure about that one, buddy. Huh? Yeah, famous is a
Yes, that must be. This must be the price of fame. That's how I'm going to think about it.
Duryodhana, eldest of the Kauravas, the 100 princes born to the Kudu clan, and also a child of ill omen, said to be the avatar of the demon Kali, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, you've got that last part all wrong. That was just a nasty rumor to get me spread to ruin my reputation. At least, I'm pretty sure it was.
It explains the Berserker.
Trust me, no other prince has ever been as universally adored as I was. But never mind that now. You know Karna?
You could say that.
I see. It's like you and he have fought together, and then he's a lackey. Flunky. Dear friend.
Bruh.
You probably already know this, but I was the one who discovered him. He wouldn't be who he is if it's not for me. So whatever respect and admiration you have for him, you ought to have even more for me. Got it?
I actually know Arjuna as well.
Stop! Don't bring up the 5 princes now.
Just has a cheat. He knew both Karna and Ashwatthama to tell him about.
Listen, it's not that I'm scared of them. It's definitely not that. But at least wait until I'm more in the mood. Right now, I'm still reeling for my true name coming out so casually. I really am.
I still don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds like your name is better known than you thought. True. I can see how that would be disadvantageous in the battle, but what can you do? It's not like you were going to be able to keep it hidden forever.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Turns out I'm so famous that it even scares me. End of story. You, and most importantly I, don't need to think about anything else.
To be frank, knowing your true name doesn't change things for us one way or another. Now, if we both calm down, would you tell us more about what's going on here? Let's see. Where to begin? Well, the system currently running is called a AI Holy Grail War, or just a Grail War.
That's where you're starting? Come on, these two are master and servant. I'm sure they already know that much.
But they're not AIs like we are. There are two of them. So I think it's possible that they may be here because of an anomaly of some kind, even if they have nothing to do with the system itself.
You really? That's ridiculous.
It feels like you're mocking us. I don't like it. But anyway, it sounds like we'll never get anywhere unless we hear about what this whole Holy Grail War is about. In the Holy Grail War we are familiar with, seven masters and 7 servants fight another in a deadly battle royale. And the survivor gets a Holy Grail, which they can use to grant any wish they want. Holy Grail? You mean how I have like 15 of those in my closet? Does that match your understanding? Well, I guess I don't think ours is exactly about granting wishes. For one thing, the whole point of the system is to perform maintenance on this world. Completing these Grail Wars is what keeps the Paper Moon operating properly. What? So that's the main reason we hold them. What? How? If that doesn't make sense to you, then you must really be anomalies. That means you should go see someone who can tell you more than I can. Like the central governing AI who serves as the overseer of the Grail Wars. Central governing AI? What are you talking about? I thought you led the AIs. No, I'm basically just a representative of the repair AIs. The AI I'm talking about is much more advanced than we are. She oversees all of Paper Moon's different types of AIs. We can take you to see her right now if you like.
Huh? Are you serious? Why should we go through all that trouble?
Oh, don't be so petulant. We still owe them a debt for saving us, don't we? Eh? What about the caster? Well, we should be okay if we go straight there. I don't think Caster will come after us so soon. Not after retreating like that. And we should be safe where the central governing AI is, since it's a neutral location. Fighting is prohibited there. If possible, I would also like to know more about this world's geography. I see. So you don't even know that much, hmm? And I'll tell you about the different zones, the partitions on the way. You know, this is kind of fun. I've never walked and talked with these people before. Everywhere I go, it's always been just work. Oh, is this one of those picnic things I've heard about? This is amazing.
No, I'm pretty sure this isn't a picnic.
Oh, shush. Okay, I'm going to get ready. I'll be right back, okay? Fine. I'll tell Akira more about this while we wait. Akira, would you mind closing your eyes a bit? Okay. Did we just save? Since we're already connected via Etherlight, I threw in an information processing program as a bonus. I'll automatically organize the information we acquire. I'll set you up so you can easily access it with just a thought. Of course, I don't want to waste its capacity, so I will not send you any especially bulky data. But I think I should help you make sense of the current situation, so please make use of it. Thanks, Shion. Don't worry about it. No problem. Anyway, we should get ready to head out too. Huh. This is... Oh, support only? Alright, let's get going. See you later, Master. We'll look after things here while you're gone. Are you the same Ronnie type R? Yes, I'm the first AI you rescued. Thank you again for saving me. Result. I've been treating myself since your rescue effort and I'm currently at 0% damage. I'm in perfect working order. The other damaged AIs have entered standby mode. I'm retreating each of them as soon as we're able. Apart from the ones who were completely destroyed, every unit should eventually be able to return to their standard routine. Nice. While this does stray outside of regular operating parameters, all the AIs who were there talked it over. and we all agreed that seeing you off as an expression of our gratitude was our top priority. I'm here on their behalf, so I hope you don't mind I'm recording your reaction for our logs. Part of me would like to keep this recording all to myself, but it's only right that I upload it to our shared storage. Here you go, casually raising your affinity with non-humans. Again. Kama, are you jealous? Wait, does Kama actually like us? Do you just not need my arrows anymore? Is that it? Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about whatever gets me less work to do. Oh, I almost forgot. I also want to give you this ornament as a token of as my thanks. Please accept it. You want to give us what? Hello? Kama? What did you just give me some magical energy? Oh, I see. So you're still not aware of it. Ornament is a formless but potent energy that serves as the most fundamental common resource for this world's AIs. You've been consuming it yourself whenever you've done anything in this world, even if you aren't aware of it. It doesn't really matter what it's called, but since we had to call it something, the central governing AI came up with a name for us. Naming essential things is the first step in creating a beautiful management system, after all. Have I played the summer event with Kama and Da Vinci? No, but I know it's getting a rerun. That sounds like it serves the same function as magical energy in the outside world. Now that I think about it, it does make sense that a conceptual world with its own unique scale would have its own kind of magical energy circulating throughout it to match. So mana transfer, yay. I mean, if I have to mana transfer with Kama, I don't think I can complain. Kama, do we need a mana transfer? Oh, I guess that explains why my magical energy felt weird right from the beginning. So it's been replaced with something else this whole time. Huh. I doubt it's significantly different with regards to the interaction between master and servant. We don't know anything about the outside world's magical energy. But for AIs, Raniment is our life force. It's the only resource in this world that is universally recognized as something valuable and tradable. In that sense, I suppose it's kind of like our currency. That's why I thought giving you some would be a good way to express my appreciation. Yeah? Well, I guess I do feel a little fuller now, so thanks. An energy resource that is used as a form of currency, huh? So was the reason Caster was attacking all the other Ronnies was it because of the Roniment? Is that why? It stands to reason there would be people like that Caster who were willing to take it by force. Oh, okay.
Well, me, where's my Roniment?
I already gave you your regular scheduled amount.
I'm a growing servant and as royal as they come. Don't I deserve a little extra?
Still no. Okay, everyone, let's get going. See you later, everyone, and please be careful. Okay, so the central governing AI is located, well, right at the center of this world. She almost never makes moves from there because she doesn't have to. You mentioned she is a neutral location earlier. What do you mean by that? Well, before I get into that, I have to tell you about how this world is shaped. Maybe a diagram would make it easier to understand. Circle. So, this is our world. As you can see, it's basically a big circle. There is another smaller circle in the center. The outer area is divided into 5 partitions. If you count the center circle, there are 6 in total. Each of these partitions is a home base for one of the 6 types of AIs that run the Paper Moon. Of course, the AIs all go to other areas as well when they have a job to do. And having a default location for them to gather at makes it easier to keep things running smoothly. 6 types of AIs. I take it your repair AIs, your repair types are one of those 6 then? Yep, the repair area. Where we are now is right here. That makes sense. And these are transfer, keep, grow, build, and defend. Each area is designed to support its partition's function, and also where the AIs that carry out that function gather. The central area, defend, is probably the most immediately relevant to us right now. You see, it's the closest thing we have to neutral ground during this Holy Grail War. Both servant our master is using defend as a base. The very center, where the central governing AI resides, is the most neutral area. Fighting is completely prohibited there. That's why I figured it wouldn't be too dangerous to go there now. So I'm guessing, say, transfer is where you'd find AIs that carry stuff around then. But you know, if what Ayas just said is true, then the only reason the Paper Moon works is because of all those AI doing their job. What's more, it sounds like the supposed caretaker of the Paper Moon isn't even aware of these AIs. I ask you, does that seem likely? So you're still suspicious of me? I told you this is a virtual conceptual world. Even if we were able to observe the inside of the Paper Moon from the outside somehow, I still don't think we should be able to see how this world works. Let me see. Here's an example. When you explain how the body circulatory system works to a child, you talk about the functions red and white blood cells perform as though they were people, right? Think of this in much the same way. The world we see now is just a way our minds make sense of what we see now that we are inside it. So like cells at work? Every job these AIs perform could be equated to a separate magecraft or chemical reaction from the real world. Electrons flowing between electrodes, workers transporting electrons as cargo. We may be operating from different perceptual paradigms, but there is no functional difference as far as this world is concerned. We're only able to understand events in terms native to the world from which we originate. I think this is why things here appear the way they do to us. I think I get it? Vanity Overseer's Kire again? So you're saying this world just formed on its own? How convenient. Well, maybe it is, but still the truth. Kindly get over it. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about, but be nice to each other, okay? Healthy minds make healthy bodies. And look, we're almost to defend.
We're really going in there.
Is something wrong, Berserker?
I am, of course, a super strong, ultra powerful warrior. I'm also an incredibly savvy general. I once surveyed 100 people, read Princess, to see if they thought my intellect and overwhelming virtue were leagues better than those of that spoiled brat Yudhishthira. And every single one of them said yes, as an incontrovertible fact. And that same incredible intellect led me to realize what I need to know now. To do now. This.
Wait, what? Hey! What the hell? We're doing this now? Several issues with explanation and logic, Nasi, but it's fun, so I'll allow it. That sums up fans of Faye in general, or I guess fans of the Nasuverse in general. Oh boy. Shion skills? In place of masters and mystic code. Tap the tap. Okay. Ether like cover. MP strings and MP gauge for single ally. Like stun, decrease defense. And switch. Gets alter ego and increase critical strength for yourself, decrease charm resist for all enemies. Increase permanent demerit, increase MP charges on only using MP one time for single. Okay. Ether light cover. Ether light debuff. We just kind of go all in. Hi. Ii desu yo. Which has who to who? My lost hopes and dreams? We can switch to those? Damn, find mine first. Nice. Get charmed, idiot.
翻弄しますね。優しくしてあげます。ごめんなさい。でも好きでしょ。
Nice.
そんなに欲しいんだ。はい。
そんなしのしんだ。
翻弄しますね。どうにかなっちゃう。こんなのがいいなんて。ちょっと重たいの。あげますね。
Nice.
しょうがないな。
しょうがないな。
命令があらば撃ちますよ。でもどんな風になっちゃっても知りませんから。いきます。カーマサムー
It seems to be easy to charm. I wonder why.
え、何ですか？
Then again, I don't think many can resist the charms of Kama.
先日のモリアーティ教授の小さなことから。
Okay. Is the irony? Hold on. Before we keep going, I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll be back. I'm back. I have cookies. If you know his game skills, it's very ironic, is it? It's Rama who has eyes on Sita. Aki or do you read the text? It's so tiny. Oh, don't worry about it. Should I make it bigger? Actually, should I? what if I have it take up the whole screen? We could do that. We could have it like that. Ah! Are you stupid or something? Yes. Oh right, you're a berserker. Never mind. Anyway, now that we know for sure you're an enemy, it's time for you to die. I must admit that you are not mistaken. He has been watching us, seeking an opportunity to attack for a while now. I assumed it was only a matter of time. Just as I calculated. Well, okay, but like, why though?
I thought if I could take you if I ambushed you, but you're surprisingly strong for a little girl. I must have let my guard down without realizing or something.
You were charmed.
Well, I guess there's only one way to get through this now.
Good job! Look. Oh my god, he's an idiot. Oh my god, he's an absolute fucking moron. Oh my god, he's a moron. What's the lowest possible IQ in D&D? I think he lowered that bar. Excuse me? He really thought all of that loud, admitted why he did it, and then made up the excuse without thinking a single thought. Scoundrel? That works, that's a word. Seriously? You know that thing or something or someone says something like super insulting and then they gauge your reaction, and if it's a negative one, they just go, it's just a joke, bro. This is that equivalent. This is that exact equivalent. It's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke. I just tried to kill you as a joke, bro. Don't take it so seriously, bro. It's the same exact thing. The hell did you just say?
I want to make sure you're prepared for a surprise attack. A little bit of tough love from me to you. Jorna, you said you just kind of think to me all the time. Seriously, I just pawned it off on Karna and made myself scarce, though.
For OC warning came right after you got your servant, bro. We call that gaslighting? Yeah, it's basically a really bad way to gaslight someone.
For all that complicated talk, that's still that one's still a servant. Must be connected to the System Grail War somehow. Would have been a big advantage if I'd be able to take her down now while she wasn't under guard. There'll be still plenty of chances, so I'll just try again later. I knew I was a genius for General. Sorry about that. I couldn't help but wanting to know how you all stacked up to a real warrior among warriors like me. I should have treated you a little more like civilians instead.
Ugh, what were you thinking? For a moment I thought you were seriously fighting them. Apologizing at the start, but can you at least try to sound like you mean it? I'm sorry about that. You okay? Are you hurt? Please, let me repair you. It's okay. I'm fine. If it was just the two of us here, I'd be sending him down to the pits of depravity and loving him to death right about now. I can't do that when Master's here acting like it's no big deal. It'd make things so much easier if he would just give the order, but of course he never would. Ugh. Kama, I'm sorry, but I don't mind you sending him to the pits of depravity, but the only one I want you to love is me. That would be my actual reaction to that, to her wanting to do that. Kama? It's nothing. I swear one of these days you're going to find yourself up to your eyeballs in trouble.
Oh, now let's all get along here.
Ugh.
By the way, it's been bugging me that you know my true name and I don't know yours. So I've been giving it some thought. Those Indian flower arrows of yours remind me of the deity Kama, so I was wondering...
Looks that says, what do we do? Oh! Oh! Look that says, good question. I think it's okay if they know now.
Whoa, hold on. You think I was so dim-witted I wouldn't notice those looks you're giving each other?
Yes.
Does this mean you really are Kama? But then, why are you a girl?
I have my reasons. Besides, gender's no big deal to us. One of those days? You mean every day? Yes.
Well, I guess that makes sense. You are a god and all. Anyway, arousal-inducing flower arrows, huh?
Don't forget Mara. Oh, yeah.
So, as I could easily woo Darupati and all of those other beautiful women I had my eye on.
Bruh. Just so you know, I'm boycotting my divine duties right now, so don't expect anything out of me no matter how much you pray. For that matter, you got a lot of nerve bringing that up after you went and sucker punched us! Try something like that again and I'll cue you right on the spot. Got it?
Yes, I understand. So as gods and as servants, I would like nothing more than to continue this relationship on the foundation of mutual respect.
My ass!
Of course, when you get right down to it, Kama's here still one of our gods. Play my cards right, I think I can use her to our advantage.
Why are you in such a good mood? Well, never mind. Come on, we're almost to defend. Persona flashbacks? What do you mean? Mara's not the worst thing. I was salty at what happened to her and Shiva. You think? Hello? Is this what they look like here? Getting a lot more purple. These are type D AIs. Even this world sees the occasional bug or two. It's your job to find and eliminate them. I guess they're kind of like what you call police officers in the outside world. Anyway, they're very important, so don't do anything to provoke them or we'll be in big trouble. It makes sense considering this is a neutral area. So this is where the central governing AI is located, huh? Looks a lot like a church. I don't know why it's designed like that, but I don't think it has any particular meaning. Type E AIs look like Helena Blavatsky, do they? Get him from a fusion accident? It's probably just the most stable design or something. Anyway, let's go in. First I'll just send an entry request and... Okay, we're approved. Well, that was easier. Never heard your conversation, and yes, you're right. There's no particular reason for this building being shaped the way it is. Certainly no religious connotations. Aha! We just measured the average data values and selected what seemed to be the most natural and appropriate form. I believe the term you have for this is tradition, because it's a neutral area in the Holy Grail War. Oh! Yeah, that makes sense. Indeed there is. I'm the primary AI that serves as foundation for all the Ronnie series AIs that exist in this world. So of course the other AI's appearance settings would be based on my own. I also gave a lot of thought of what to call myself. We may not have needed individual names before, but I can see there is no need to reject them. If anything, it would appear to be beneficial. So you could say that I, and I alone, am Ronnie, but that won't be quite right. I'm the only AI who performs the functions I do, so I don't have a type prefix. No. In my case, I think calling me by my current version, based on what number of times I have undergone a major update, will be more appropriate. As such, please call me Ronnie the 12th. Yes, that'll be my name from now on. Oh! Oh, we actually get all of this. Gildereus, but... There's different appearance in the sea monsters Gildereus from Chaldea controls. Huh. Assassin, true name Kama. Another aspect of Mara, the demon and king of depravity. He's the lone servant of Chaldea, company master. Okay. Cool. That's convenient. Holy Grail War, your starlet. Section 3. Okay. On that note, allow me to officially welcome you to our world, visitors from the outside. Good of you to come as well, Ias. Primed AI of the type R's and your servant, Berserker.
So you're the central governing AI, huh?
Bruh. I know I'm down bad, but goddamn, boy. Hey, stop staring at her. Don't you know that's rude? Thank you, Governor. I don't really know what to do after these people saved us. So I thought I'd bring them here and ask you, well, everything I didn't have an answer for. Is that okay? You made the right call. Part of my job is dealing with unexpected problems whenever they... Warning. Any attempts to forcibly access my inner workings could put every function under my supervision at critical risk. I do not recommend this course of action. I certainly don't approve of it. Were I to abandon the nomenclature associated with the systems I govern, I might simply say, what the hell do you think you're doing? Shion! Pardon me. Before we go any further, I thought I should verify what kind of being you are. Since you have introduced yourself, I will do the same. My name is Shion Eltnim Sokaris. I used to be the Paper Moon's caretaker. Could you search my name to see if I have administrator access? Searching. No results. But even if you were once the Paper Moon's caretaker, I would have no way of determining that. All I can say in response is that so? Hold up. If you really did design and manage this world, wouldn't that make you its god or something? So why the hell do you apparently not even have the authority to tell this living doll what to do? That's definitely an AI. I only had custody over the Paper Moon as a device. But this world, and the AIs that spawn inside it, are the device's contents. So when you think about it, it makes sense that I would not have direct administrative access over them. For God. I see. That's certainly a fascinating idea. In accordance with the basic information I have on the outside world, let me ask you this. If a being you had never seen before were to suddenly appear and declare yourself their world god, how would humans typically react?
Well, I guess all we could say is... all we could do is say, is that so?
I see. Then it seems my reaction was correct, since these circumstances are essentially the same as my hypothetical. Well, I suppose it is no big deal. For my part, I don't intend to declare myself the god of the bunch of AIs I have no recollection of making. Besides, I was able to learn some things from the brief moment I touched you with my ether light. Like? Her disposition and mass. If I really had created her, then just like a programmer reading their own code, I should have been able to read and modify any and all information about her. But I was unable to learn anything more as I would if I had examined another human. Remember what I said about perceiving this world via the paradigm from which we are familiar? In this case, it means that I can only relate to her as a person, not as a creation I can manipulate however I like. If I were to guess, the fact that we have tangible bodies here means that, component-wise, you are the same kind of being as us. Hi, Inu! Hello, hello! Hope you're doing well. I don't think I'm cute, but thanks. Even so, I can say that Ronnie the 12th here is indeed an AI. I felt the same reaction from her as I did when I touched Ayus with an etherlight. I'm comfy, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Summon 7 servers and make them fight for you. No, don't start Holy Grail War like that! Huh? When did you say that? When did you do that? Don't touch me without at least saying something. It's embarrassing. There are some things I could say about you as well. I searched you using my full authority as a central governing AI, and it's clear you're not AI yourselves. In fact, you weren't created inside the Paper Moon at all, which means you must be visitors from the outside. That means you are not of this world, but possess the same structural integrity as AIs like us, so you yourselves are not AIs. Kind of a weird time period to be talking about all this AI stuff. So, they're outsiders who just happen to end up here? You could say that. Happen to is a string of words. Summon 6 more to begin a fake Holy Grail, or no! Unfortunately. I still need to watch the newest episode, by the way. Unfortunately, their presence here may not be entirely coincidental. Since 2 of them are master and servant, I would guess they've also been selected to take part of the System Grail War. Is that why there was a bright ass shining light? And why comma was that specifically because assassin? Is that why? Huh? Normally, all masters would be chosen from among this world's AIs and given a set of randomized modifications. Why randomized? The prime AIs that are chosen to become masters may be of different types, but they're still all Ronnie series at their core. We thought that, were they all to become masters under identical conditions, they would end up using the same strategies and taking the same actions. Summon 108 to start the Moongrail War with BB. There's 108 in the Moongrail War? Jesus! That won't work for the System Grail War, which expects a certain degree of active irregular resource allocation. So we arranged things to ensure each AI would be assigned a set of random individual traits when they become a master. In summary, the master AIs are prime AIs who were randomly transformed in both appearance and personality. Now, with that in mind, let's turn the subject back to you. Since you possess a similar structural integrity to the master AIs, I would guess you've been caught up in the System Grail War for reasons that are still not clear to me. We have no desire to participate either, of course. Is it possible for you to sever our connection to that system and return us to the outside world? Unfortunately, no. The Grail War is executed by the world itself. As a central governing AI, part of my job is to oversee the war, but I can't intervene in the actual system. The most I can do is run add-ons or mods based on the existing rules. There's nothing I can do to change the rules themselves. Let me guess, is this one of those we can only go back outside if we win the war type of deal? And chat got what? Chat was fresh, so they were very aware when they made this, I think. That tracks, honestly. Since what? This was released 2025 in EN? In global, which means it was released 2023 in JP? And I think that's around the time AIs got popular, if not very, very close. You should appear right when the System Grail War was starting, in a form that ties you directly to it. That would seem to indicate that the system, for whatever reason, elected to reach out into the outside world to bring the 3 of you here during its initial execution. But why the 3 of us? In which case, I think completing or ending the System Grail War may trigger your return to the outside. 2 Melusines, 2 Morgans, and 2 Kenshins, and 1 Lilith, and say, if not for a Grail, for what the frick? Heard some people say they use something in the CM of Paper Moon. Of course. To begin, the System Grail War is meant to repair and stabilize the Paper Moon's world whenever an irregularity of some kind occurs. You could think of it as an optimization or defragmentation routine which is executed at a worldwide scale. Now that you mention it, before this happened to us, the Paper Moon was malfunctioning for reasons we couldn't determine. Are you saying the system is designed to correct those kinds of malfunctions? Correct. We don't know what caused the malfunction either. All the AIs remain fully functional as normal. It may be that the world chose to execute its most powerful stabilization routine specifically because nobody knows why this happened. However, the Paper Moon is also very unlikely to return to normal so long as the System Grail War is ongoing. If we ignore it, the strain could continue to increase until the Paper Moon is no longer able to function normally again. I cannot say what such a situation might be like. But as I've never experienced anything like it, I'm not able to simulate one either. At worst, it is possible the entire world could quite literally shatter. Yeah, we don't want to lose our, a thing that tracks singularities and the like this. Good grief. Shouldn't you be more worried about what would happen to us if things came to that? Let me tell you the AI Holy Grail War, that is, the System Grail War's rules. As you can tell from the name, this Grail War's masters are usually all AIs, 5 of them specifically. 5? That's 7? I believe you already know this, but those AIs are the prime AIs based on the respective AI type of each of this world's partitions. This includes keep, transfer, build, grow, and repair. In order to ensure individuality among masters, each prime AI is given a randomized personality and a single command spell? One of those masters is right over there. That's me. Like I said before, I'm the master representing the repair partition. 5 AIs? The Holy Grail War we know there are usually 7 masters. Is it only 5 here? That's right. It's because we only have 5 usable areas. Partitions. Roll story until you can't. I have clear gotcha addiction, bruh. Defend areas type D need to focus on dealing with the bugs that naturally occur in this world, so you never get involved in the Grail War. Furthermore, as the Central's area, Defend is also the only partition with a neutral ground. The church is under my jurisdiction as the Grail War's overseer. Combat of any sort is prohibited here. And any non-peaceful interference with regular AIs, including Defense type Ds, is prohibited in all the other areas as well. The one about the one eating? Once the Master's AI is sufficiently diversified, they each summon a servant and fight to determine the victor. Once the last Master AI remaining is determined, the system takes all the energy that was accumulated via combat and uses it to restore the Paper Moon to working order. So my guess is that a 6 team won't have any adverse effects on the system. Then we're the 6. I see, so we, or rather he and Kama, are 6 Master Servant pair that don't correspond to any of the districts. So is that really what this means? It's going to be a problem, right?
Exactly. Now do you see? I knew I was right to attack.
Ooh!
You ambushed them earlier to see how strong they were. Purely for training reasons, of course. But Holy Grail War can only have one victor. If you're given a chance to sit out the competition, it only makes sense to take that opportunity. After all, both Master and Servant alike have a reason for wanting to win.
They do?
Oh, come on. You really don't get it? The winner is granted any wish they like.
Dude, I have like 15 like Grail Wars in my closet back home. I mean, I could take the 16th, I guess.
That's why Master and Servants fight together to try and achieve victory. Hell, that's the whole reason the Holy Grail War exists in the first place, right?
Sure? I guess. AI Masters have a duty to restore the Paper Moon world to normal working order. Regardless of the randomized personality they are given, the core duty won't change. Furthermore, the AI who wins the System Grail War becomes the next central governing AI. That AI is then upgraded and given the right to customize the next version of the world. Should a new personality happen to instill in them a wish, it likely also enables them to acquire whatever that wish may be. Okay, a word for AIs, ChatGPT, Google, Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, DeepSeek, Grammarly, chatbots, and Liner. What the hell? Bruh. This is how our world continually undergoes change, bringing with it much needed diversity. And the same is true for the winning servants. That servant is given the right to remain a resident of the new world and to have a wish granted as long as it is within the central governing AI's power to grant. We call this concept of granting the winner's wishes the Holy Grail, which is why this ritual is sometimes referred to as the AI Holy Grail War, as well as the System Grail War. Yeah, I don't really care what it's called. What I want to know is, what happens if a non-AI master like Akira here wins? I doubt you would be given the authority to become the next central governing AI. So in that scenario, I promise I would do everything I can to grant your wish instead. Is that so? There's still a lot we don't know about the situation, and I definitely can't be sure that dying in here won't result in our minds dying out there. I'll tell you right now that our wish is to leave this place and get back to the outside world. So to have that wish granted, and so we don't die while we're here, we need to win this Holy Grail War. Am I right? That is what it boils down to, yes. As it's a condition for stopping the System Grail War is to have only one team left standing. The addition of an unexpected 6th team does not immediately change the proceedings. If you want to end this Holy Grail War, you will have to fight and win. Does that mean we can get a wish for our Toria plushies? We could. I see. I guess in one sense, you were right to try and ambush us, Berserker. I don't know what kind of wish you're looking to make yourselves. Either way, looks like we're going to have to try and kill each other sooner or later.
Oh, you finally figured it out. Essentially, yes, that's all what it comes down to. I'm sure it's not easy, but try to keep up with me, okay?
Are your memory spaces malfunctioning? Let me remind you that this church is a neutral zone. Fighting is strictly prohibited. If you violate that rule, every type D in this area will swarm and capture you, if not eliminate you outright. You will also be disqualified from the Holy Grail War. Why waste time? It just makes sense to get rid of them now. Kindly shut your hole! Oh my god. Kindly shut my hole. Kaba! Oh my god. Every AI in the market, they could have been Googled. The rules are in place for a reason. Formulas must be upheld. As a central governing AI, I will not tolerate any exceptions. Oh, me too. I also think fighting here would be a bad idea. So that's not to say fighting somewhere else would be a good one. Look, you guys are an Anomalous 6 team. You don't have your own home base area, right? Of course not. And how about we work together until we're the last 2 teams standing? At that point, we can have a good, clean fight to wrap things up. No hard feelings. Really unable to have sound. Felt like you should say hi. Hi? Sorry you don't have sound. Who taught her that? I did not teach her to kindly shut your pie hole. That way, I can pay you back for saving us, and you can come and go from the repair partition as you like. I mean, I think you'll have a pretty hard time here without your own area, after all. Indeed, without your own area, it would be very difficult to replenish your raniment. Raniment. So basically our magical energy here. I can think of another way with comma. Generally speaking, raniment is something all AIs possess. The more raniment you can collect through trade and negotiation and so on, the more resources you'll have for your servant, which will in turn give you an advantage in battle. Trade and negotiation? Why would other AIs bother with those? Wouldn't they only care about making sure their leader wins? Usually, yes. However, AIs do each have their free wills. In addition, they have their own desires to fulfill their given function. So by assisting any AI who cannot fulfill their function for one reason or another, you should be able to require raniment from other AIs even if you're from a different area. If they want to give you raniment for whatever reason, I'm certain they will. Well, technically. It would also be possible to extract raniments from AIs who are unwilling to give it away. I see. So that's why that caster was attacking your repair AIs. He was trying to steal a resource which is essentially life force, magical energy, current, and currency all in one. Yeah, and who's going to just sit back and let someone like that take what they want without trying to stop them? It might be faster in one sense, but it's definitely not easy. So a master who opens to more, well, peaceful transactions, that is, someone who gets along with other AIs, is going to have a big advantage. And in your case, you've already met the repair AIs, that should make things a lot easier for you. To be completely honest, Berserker doesn't have a lot of raniment to spare right now. We still haven't replenished what he used when we fought off Caster. That training exercise didn't help matters either. We're going to have a hard time in our next battle unless we can go back and fill up. Basically, we'll be stuck in recovery phase for a while.
Come on. Why would you tell them that? If bandits come knocking, who do you think they'll go for? Target who's had a full meal and lots of energy, or target who's obviously so hungry they can barely stand up straight?
Bruh.
Exactly. So if you don't want to be a target, you need to act tough even when you're starving.
Yeah, your stomach's real acting tough right about now.
Well, I guess there's not much you can do about your stomach growling.
Think about it, Berserker. If another servant were to attack us on our way back, wouldn't you feel better knowing Assassin was here to help? Like they say, 2 heads are better, well, in this case, safer than 1. It's true now, and it'll be true tomorrow. I know you're smart, so I'm sure you also knew there was a good chance we were going to team up with them in the future, right?
Well, I guess so. I was thinking more in terms of using them rather than teaming up, but I suppose it all works out the same. Aside, I've never seen Master this aggressive before. Wonder what changed. Oh, maybe it's because this is all close to her wish. Fine. I guess I've got no choice then. And there are some advantages in it for me. Namely, the soft-hearted naive master and his assassin servant. Safe bet they won't betray us before the end. And I doubt they'll even notice if I come up with a secret plan to beat them during our final showdown. All told, this deal has no downside for me. Alright, fine. It'll be dangerous for us, but we do owe them further help. So it is with a heavy heart but an open mind I accept the risks of teaming up with you. You'll be on the remaining side until we're the last two teams remaining then.
You're really trying to work this so we feel like we owe you, aren't you? Oh boy. Well, this will definitely be an interesting team up to say the least. Sucks for you. I never feel like I owe anyone anything.
It's fine. I like people who make themselves useful to me. So just keep up the hard work and all will be well.
Now we can stay together for the time being. Okay, let's start by heading back to repair and stocking up on Roniment. How exactly do we go about collecting Roniment from other AIs? Do you use your authority as the prime AI to requisition it or something? Well, I could, but I'd rather not. It just makes things harder down the road. In general, AIs are programmed to return favors and pay appropriate compensation. These AIs remain active even during a system grail war, and constantly encounter problems that need to be solved. So by helping AIs with their work or solving problems for them, you will earn their gratitude and should accordingly have no trouble acquiring Roniment in exchange. There you have it! Oh come on, let's get back and get busy. Your hard work cut out for us. Thanks for everything, Governor. See you later. There's no need to thank me. This is all part of my duties. Good luck, everyone. So is she playing it straight, or like, is there something else about her? Executing issue rising program. Aye, nay, and abstaining votes tied. That was an error. I cannot deny the possibility that I have behaved inappropriately. I am the Guerrilla War's overseer. It's my duty to remain neutral. Even so, I wound up wishing the outsiders luck. Maybe I need to add another layer of verification to my standard pleasantries routine. But I can wait. Right now I need to come up with a solution to make this right and quickly. If I can't take back my encouraging words, I'll have to make more such remarks to balance things out, embarrassing though they may be. Alright then, to right this wrong, I'll send similar thoughts and well wishes to the other teams as well, in my capacity as an overseer. Okay. Team Friendship India Edition? Hello? Hey, Master. How's your mood now? What? Hmm? Is this a sneak to the other Masters? Bad. Now shut up. Perfect. I'm pretty confident this time, so you'll be in a great mood when this is all over. What did I just say? I love it. This world's just full of surprises. Don't you agree, Ryder? Not interested. I'm a tool for my master. Nothing more, nothing less. My concern is doing my job when I'm needed. That's so. Well, whatever. Tools are extensions of our hands. When there aren't enough hands to go around, we'll take whatever we can get. Shit. This place is so damn fascinating, I can't decide what I want to investigate first. What happened to this world's future, huh? World's future? What? Saber. Look at this saber. What do you think? Isn't it huge? Isn't it grand? I guess. Would you please keep your distance? I dislike the heat of their bodies so close to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's right. I'm still not quite satisfied. Still, are you sure about this? It's easy to pick flowers from a field, but that also means the field will eventually be barren. Don't worry. The flowers grown here are cheap and infinitely replaceable. Their saving grace is that they're easy to acquire, but real value. Oh, you're different. Real value is only found what's truly exceptional in blue blood, such as myself. That's why there's only ever one truly correct, rational answer. If we don't have enough flowers here, we just take them from somewhere else. As many as we want, whenever we want. Oh boy. The System Gray War has only just begun. There have been a few skirmishes, but no one has yet been eliminated. The only serious battle so far was the one fought between Berserker and Caster. But it's all about to change. In support of every team fighting to complete the System Gray War, allow me to say once more. Good luck. May the stars of the northern sky always illuminate the right path, even upon the paper moon. So my question is, if it's normally 5, but we were summoned as a 6 team, why? My only assumption is that to fix the paper moon this time, it needs more magical energy than usual, which results in a 6 team being summoned so more magical energy can be converted. Or it has to do with our overseer. It's one or the other. Archer? And let's break. How goes OC1? Very interesting. We have Lolly Shion and Wally Kama, which is a version of heaven for me. Goes the only gacha was 2-day resets. Bruh. I don't know. The 10-year-old gacha, I don't know. Would you mind telling us about the differences between the various AI types while we head back to repair? The names have given me a fairly clear idea, but I would like to be certain. Yes, of course. Repairers type R's, as you can probably guess, repair damaged or injured AIs. Transfer type T's, AIs carry goods and information wherever they're needed. Build type B's create new things. Keeps type Ks, well, keep AIs from naturally degrading over time. Their role is similar to ours, except they're more focused on regular maintenance. And it's still going JP-wise? Yep! Going strong. Listen, if Granblue can make it to, what is it, Anniversary 12, Esco still has a lot more in it. And Gross type Gs produce the base materials from which this world itself is made. They are responsible for making everything this world needs except rudiment. That includes things like the materials used to construct all these buildings. What about servants? Do they already know what kind of servant each type masters has? No, I'm afraid not. I think that caster probably came from Build, but that's about it. Oh, and we saw another one around Keep when we tried a bit of light scouting. I think they were a lance...
Oh, sorry about that. Is it just me or is the air kind of bad here?
I'm not detecting any toxins in the atmosphere. It probably is just you. He is only once a week. Anyway, that Lancer was...
Hey, look!
Is it Karna? Why do you keep interrupting me, Berserker? What is it now? Oh. And coming close to year 11. Yep.
There! Those type Ds were definitely in a hurry. Maybe something bad happened.
I guess they were, weren't they? Want to take a look? Okay, then let's follow them. Whew. The Lancer is Karna, isn't it? Hello? What is that? Malicious data. If we leave them to their own devices, they'll destroy everything they can get their hands on. Remember what the governor said? They're one of the problems we regularly have to deal with. Alright. Malicious data shows up very regularly, so the type Ds are used to dealing with it. But it does seem it takes them a little time to assemble in sufficient numbers.
I see. We should help them. We may be prohibited from attacking other AIs in this area, but that doesn't mean we can't help them out, right?
No, it doesn't. I don't think that would be a problem. What are you up to?
Who do you think I am, you fool? Helping poor downtrodden citizens is the duty of royalty and warriors. And I'm both! Sounds like you might have trouble understanding this. But humans have to rely on each other for help all the time. Another keen insight from my brilliant mind.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I stand back. We'll have this taken care of in no time flat.
Can't tell when he's being genuine or not. Okay, so we're not fighting Archer. It's just these things are classified as Archer. Oh. We could use Karma. Maybe make a whole team where I'm just like, if I feel like using the support servant. Because we could totally do that. Just have some fun with it. I unfortunately do not have Karma, but like, ayo. Who else could I have support? I have no idea. Physical War makes sense in using Karma. Yeah, you could have it be some level of fitting. What other support should I use? If I have any other. Oh, we have Shufu. Where is she? I really should level her skills at some point. Can't remember somehow not Melusine. Imagine. Is that too much? Yeah. Is a 4-star too much? Yeah. And mash. Is a 4-star craft asset? No. Okay. Increase Mystico type. Or master level. Yeah, let's do that. Hear me out. Both Lancer Artorias. Oh, whoops.
お嬢様、迎撃準備整いました。
Oh yeah, these guys usually are archers, huh? Oh, is Kama single target? She is. Okay. Get the guts. Get this. Target you. Defense up. And go! Samohana.
足を狙う
Ah, I see. Well, we somehow charmed viruses. Oh, nice.
要請接続熱を帯びなさい
Alright, and we can do that, but like again.
いいですよ。しょうがないな。
勝負に奇形も切り札もいらぬただ従前に整う当然に勝てば語らずの陣
Nice.
命令どうらば撃ちますよ。でもどんな風になっちゃっても知りませんから。
Nice, nice.
いきます。
Also, wow, that instantly put her back up.
いいですよね。しょうがないな。
ですよね。
そんなに欲しいんだ。命令どうらば撃ちますよ。でも
Alright, sayonara.
なっちゃっても知りませんから。
Nice.
かまさんの
Now, will the next 3 cards work?
優しくしてあげます。優しく
Can we get a crit?
ちょっと
No, we cannot get a crit.
あげますね。
Unfortunate. Alright, their things are up. It's not enough to get all the way up, so I think I have to
俺も力を貸して
do
やろう
this.
さあ鳥の舞よろしく頼むよ。
黄昏の時を再び
しょうがないな。
最果ての島罪の都最後の竜は我がの念集い円卓の守護者たち
So we can survive its big PP damage.
いきます。
Or whatever it will do for charge. Wave Motion Cannon! Pretty sure that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh. I forgot you have to pick first. Whoops.
いいですよね。
いいですよね。
欲しいんだ。
I think we would have more original digital enemies since CC, but nope.
でも
Oomfies.
どんな風になっちゃっても
It'll be fine. It's fine.
当然とはいえ嬉しいものですね
Mm-hmm.
皆さんのおかげです
Your favorite card in Goat format? Okay. Is that the card where, like, it has a counter on it? Essentially, and for more turns it's face up on the field, the more damage it'll deal to your opponent's life points when you, choose to get rid of it? That's part of an Oko, right? Thank you for your assistance. As the basic subroutines which govern our thought dictate, we would like to offer you some randomment as a token of our appreciation. Think of it as a certificate of merit for saving our lives. We hope you'll accept it.
Oh, really now? I didn't do it for any reward, but thank you just the same. You're too kind.
Huh. So many times the way motion cannons. Yes, it's 1,000 for every turn. Ah, there it is. Yeah, and Goat, 8 turns is not that bad.
This is perfect. I've achieved the maximum reward with minimal effort. Now I've got heavy pockets to show for it.
Sometimes I'm so smart, it's scary. You know, if you were any smarter, you would also know when to keep your inner thoughts to yourself. Police officer outfit like Dorani's. It is cute. It is cute, though.
Oh, thank you. I'm good. Let the assassin have that.
Understood. That was very nice of you, Berserker. To be honest, I thought you were going to try and keep it all to yourself. Sorry for doubting you.
Don't be stupid. If I'm the only servant with a full belly, then I'll be the only one fighting on the front lines next time someone attacks. Come here and listen to me. From now on, we let them take as many hits for us as we can. Priorities here are staying safe and conserve our energy. See, I can't afford to lose this war. That's right. There's an enemy out there I won't allow to win, no matter what.
Yow! Bruh.
Picture your own servant's derriere. What kind of master are you? You forget you're dealing with a genuine prince?
Maybe you stop saying such cowardly things, I wouldn't have to pinch your butt. Anyway, looks like some of the type Ds are a little hurt. Let me heal you. I finally get to show everyone what I can do. Just you wait. I'll be all back in perfect condition in no time. When I'm done, there won't be a scratch on any of you.
Cowardly things, huh?
She pinched what? His butt. The derriere. Are you feeling alright? I have a decent grasp of your condition thanks to the ether light, but it's not the same thing as monitoring all your vitals 24/7. So if at any point you feel something is wrong, tell me immediately. I'm good so far. Thanks, Shion. Some tough-looking guys headed our way. Be on your guard just in case. Eh? Oh! Oh, don't worry. Everything's fine. That defends Prime AI. I think I mentioned this before, but she doesn't take part in the Holy Grail War because she's too busy with her regular duties. Hello, Type R Master. I understand you helped my Type Ds deal with some malicious data. Apologies for my late arrival, and thank you on behalf of my subordinates. Hey, it wasn't just us. We all worked together to take care of this. May I ask who that is? It's kind of hard to explain. At first I thought they were just lost, but after talking to the Central Governing AI, we found out they're actually participants in the Holy Grail War. So I hope you'll treat them the same way you treat us. Understood. Hello? Since she's an AI, she doesn't have any individual name. I guess that's kind of awkward for you, huh? Say, why don't you come up with a nickname for yourself? Even just a temporary one. Berserker gave me mine. It turns out names are a kind of nice thing to have. Hesitant. Determined to be a difficult task. Requesting assistance. Okay. I guess we can help you with that. It'd probably be best if it was something related to your role, right? Let's see. You're the head defend type D's AI. So maybe something along those lines? Defend... Now I'll go with DX. DX? That sounds like a symbol rather than a name to me, but I guess it's okay. Certainly easy to remember. What in the Tron? What do you mean? It's totally not a reference or anything. Type D AIs and myself exist to keep this world stable. I therefore ask the rules to be respected and minimize collateral damage to other AIs in this world to a minimum during combat. She's kind of stiff for an AI, huh? We all are, really. She's just kind of more so than the rest. In the outside world, I think you'd call her a workaholic. She takes her duties to keep this world peaceful very seriously. She's also very, very literal, so no messing around, okay? Got that? No messing around. Yeah, don't even think about it. Remember, we're the ones who'll have to deal with the consequences. Don't even think about it!
Why is this all directed at me? Do you think I'm a child or something?
Yes.
But anyway,
Bruh. I mean, we all know what he's looking for, right? What class do I plan to work on first? Since it all seems to be attack upgrades, probably the smartest for Berserker, considering I use two very specific arts Berserkers. Quite a fair bet. What is it?
No, this one's not quite right either. I was supposed to be willing to take that armor off.
Bruh. What did I just say about messing around? I'm sorry about him, DX. He has a bad habit of slobbering all over every new woman he meets.
Hey, don't talk about like some kind of dog sniffing around.
You kinda are, though. Anyway, would you type these man handling to clean up? Thanks. Well then, we better get going. Warning. Malicious data spawning rates are currently rising, perhaps as a side effect of the system Grail War. Be on your guard. Unidentified forms of progressive data in this area could have also been detected. have also been detected. I recommend caution should you encounter them. Unidentified forms of aggressive data. And they're not more of Caster's wriggly things? Negative. We believe they are similar to Caster's summoned familiars, which also are a threat to the public safety and treated with caution. However, I am referring to something else entirely. Love the sibling dynamic. Is that one way to say it? And what is it exactly? Unknown. Our reports say that they will appear to be human-shaped Mage shadows. The other type Ds and I will be informing all masters of the development soon. Wait, is it like our ability? The Shadow Servants. Now, I must return to my post. I'm not sure what she was all about, but it sounds like she was warning us to watch out for hostile creatures. Naturally, my calculations accounted for such an occurrence. Is she always like this? It's hot in a way, but like, huh? After all, it is exceptionally rare for a given location to have only a few different types of enemies. The best thing we can do is remain alert and be ready to adapt to the situation as it demands. You know, when she says that, a few different types, all I can think about is the wyverns. All I can think about is the goddamn wyverns. Good point. Okay, let's head back to repair headquarters for real this time. My god. Nice. No, play Melty Blood and they answer that question. That's, you know what? Yeah, I should have expected nothing else. Oh. I was gonna say let's wait till we get to section 5, but I thought this would be another 4. I was wrong. Bookworm type? Yeah, but more studious than her goody self. Fair. But it's like really cute though, no? But it's like really cute, right? I think I'm gonna end it here. We can start off with that next time. We got our class score, and we got whatever the frick is going on with this. Oh no. I guess I'll be doing this for a while. Be part of a proper Grail War, huh? It is. You do like the bookworm type? There's something hot about him. Also need to figure out what the hell is going on with the Olga Marie stuff. Oh yeah, what's even up right now? I gotta know. Who's up right now? Probably some White Day stuff and stream. Oh yeah, Marie Antoinette altar. There is a temptation, I won't lie. To farm American coins just like us now. American coins? Then there... Oh, Jolter! Nice-oo. And then, yeah, this is part of the White Day stuff. Charlemagne, Donkey, or... Yeah. OC2 just came out. Yeah, it makes sense. Ah, yes! Ah, yes, the Gilgamesh raid up! After we see him, God, what timing is that? The long story? Understood. The timing of like, oh yeah, here's your Archer Gil raid up. And then they... It's like, bruh. Oh yeah, James Moriarty Archer, Odysseus, Amakusashiro, Nemo, Hagong Wings, Wong, Sigurd, Astolfo, and a story summon. The remaining someone of you, what? Good. I don't have Gil. Should we throw at 30? Should we throw a 30 for Marie Antoinette? I already feel like I know you guys are gonna say yes, but should we? Just one single 11 pull. See what happens. I don't expect anything. I expect the bare minimum, actually. Like, it's probably gonna be nothing. Gib. Thank you for QP. You don't like this, Marie? Why, not lolly enough? Wait for the Ilya banner to throw a multi? You know what? You're so right. Oh my god. It'll be a long time for Summer Heroine XX Alter. You're so right. We'll save the random throwaway multi for Ilya. Yeah, I really should uses the wait, who can we use? Can we use a 5-star ticket for Ilya? Can we use that 5-star ticket we're gonna get for Ilya? Oh my god. Oh, yeah, Chloe. Ilya should be next month. Since you're waiting for Alco. Oh, good luck. Yeah, I've been watching Prisma Ilya for those who haven't heard me say it yet. And design-wise, I really like Chloe. Like, I really like Chloe. No, she's limited. Damn. But in terms of character, because I just want to hug this girl, Miu. C2 is an option, though. That's fair. Non-limited only. Damn. Well, I guess I'll look when I see. But I've been enjoying Prisma Ilya so far. Like, a lot. Nito Alter? That's true. We could get Nito Alter. I guess I'll have to look at the list myself. I can't believe what takes me to get weak between the knees is just Gyaru Ilya. But, like, it worked. Her skill is really called Kissing Freak before upgrade? Bruh. Okay, anyway. Have you used your 120 Chloe before? I think I have. Anyway, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna call it there. I'll see you guys next time, okay? Sayonara. Bye-bye. Oh, God. Oh, I am so deep. I am so deep in the fate hole. There's a joke here I could make. I'm going to say I wish I was deep in Chloe's hole. Anyway, bye!